2 minutes, he's joining, okay? Roshan, 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, Tushar, could you able to hear me, Tushar?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Vinod, let's start the introduction. Tushar, could you please start with your introduction?
You need my introduction?
Yes, you can go with your introduction, then trainer will go ahead.
Yeah, so myself, Tushar Pradeshi, I'm working in Capgemini currently, and I'm working in SAP PS model from the last 9 years. So I just wanted to have some expertise on PPM module as well.
Rohit, go ahead, Roshan.
Hey, hi everybody. I'm working as a freelancer, roughly around 13 years of experience. 13 years of experience around SAP, PS, plant maintenance, and other modules, supply chain modules. Just wanted to explore more on PPM and CPM part of SAP.
Okay. Yeah, Vinod, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Roshan, and thank you. Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. So, thank you for joining the call. I'm a certified S4HANA PPM, CPM, and a PS consultant. I have a total of 16 plus years of experience. Okay, so today we're going to see the demo of what is the S4HANA Enterprise Portfolio and Project Management. What exactly this S4HANA ePPM, Enterprise Portfolio and Project Management? It is an S4HANA business suite. Under that, we have 5 different models like PPM, CPM, PS, okay, Enterprise Project Connector, and Innovation Management. So, as per the business requirement, you can take the licenses further for the commercial project management as well as the portfolio and project management. So by default, you will get this all the models, okay. But only thing you have to pay the extra licenses for this portfolio project management and the commercial project management, along with this enterprise project connector. Okay, nowadays it is name got changed. If you have a BTP platforms and all, based on that you can utilize the NetViews. Okay, so name got changed, but the functionalities and everything is almost common. So what exactly like this? If I have a if I wanted to go with the any sort of in portfolio management or any commercial project management or any simple project management, so I have to take the this ePPM tool. Under that, all this by default you'll get this modules. Okay. So today we're going to look what exactly the portfolio and project management is. So if you go in the market, like there are a lot of portfolio management tools is available. So why only the SAP portfolio management is required? Any do you have any idea about this? You can see that in the market, like Oracle is also, and there is also you get this PPM tool. If you go to some other, even Microsoft has their PPM tools. So why S4 HANA only means it is a single source of a truth. Like under the one single dashboard, you will get all the projects can be accessed, okay, instantly, along with the other third-party models, or maybe any other S4 HANA models also. You will get that under the one single dashboard. It can be integrated, okay. Integrated means it can be integrated with your all your SAP along platforms, along with the other platform. It may be a third-party tools also. Maybe you might be working with the Primavera tools, or maybe you're working with MS Project tools, okay, or any other third-party tools. That is also you can integrate with this PPM tool, okay. You can interact with the real-time project. So whatever the projects, ongoing projects is going on, okay, that real-time you will get the data, okay. And it is all the Fury based applications. So based on the your roles, you're going to give this to the access to the persons. So there are two different types of roles for that, okay, that we're going to discuss later on these slides only. So any doubt on this first slide?
Yeah, just wanted to know, what would drive a company which already has PS model implemented and would
Mhm.
go for, this ePPM.
Yeah, PSU have already been implemented, correct?
Yeah,
And why you need this portfolio and project management,
correct,
correct?
correct. Yeah.
So as I said, ePPM is a business suite. Under that, we have it 5 different models. So PS maybe you have been implemented. Now we come to the portfolio project management. Okay. So what exactly this PPM, portfolio and project management? So in general terminology, if I say portfolio and project management will try to use whatever the investment you try to put into the different type of any buckets, it will give you a comprehensive, like whether I have to invest in this project or not. That kind of a details will going to tell you any portfolio management tool. Why? Because of you're going to put some sort of any strategies. You will do some sort of an financial plannings, high level financial plannings and all. Okay. Then later on, it is going to give to your other stakeholders. You will do all your risk assessments. Okay. After that risk assessment, now you're going to take some decisions. Whether I wanted to proceed these projects or not. For suppose if I wanted to launch a new product into the market, so first I will thoroughly study what exactly this product, where I'm going to apply this product. Okay, will I get the good invest, whatever the investing upcoming maybe 4 or 5 years, what is the return I'm going to get? All kind of a risk assessment, all kind of an pre-assessment you try to do first. Then, once your business stakeholders or a higher management is approving for those kind of new projects, then you're going to create those projects into your operational projects. That operational projects is nothing but your PS projects.
Yeah. So this is nothing to do with, the size of a company, like, only large scale companies would go for this ePPM and small scale companies would go for PS. Is it, something with the size and turnover of the company?
No, it is not relevant for any size or a turnover of the company.
Yeah. Okay.
Why? Why? Because of, for suppose like if I wanted to, maybe ongoing projects is going on. Okay. Further, maybe you wanted to invest into the project, and how you going to the risk assessments. Who is going to approve for those budgets and all. So that type of any risk assessments, scoring models, decisions makings, everything you have to take in care with this PPM model only.
Yeah. Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. So in this kind of an SAP PPM model, the portfolio project management will provide you comprehensive up to date view of the entire portfolio of the company. So suppose like you might have a let me show you one type of things. Like there is some group of company, say like Reliance is a one group of company. Under the Reliance, maybe you have a different buckets. Like under that, maybe a Geo is a one company, oil and gas is a one company. Okay, and maybe some other entertainment kind of projects they are working currently. So those kind of companies also we have. So now I wanted to see if I wanted to run a report into the top level, I wanted to see on a different bucket levels also. Like what is my geo is doing, okay, what is my oil and gas is doing, okay, what is my other customer kind of projects if I'm doing something, what exactly it is going on. So those kind of things will be come under this. That is the entire portfolio of the company. So that can be any type of things. Like you can create a capex, opex, and any operational kind of projects. Sorry, any customer kind of projects. So under that, maybe you have a different type of projects. So that is a competency of the entire projects. Okay. So based on that, you're going to extend the entire risk of the project. So on a yearly base, you're going to do the budgetings, right? It can be an BTP platform, or maybe you have any third-party application, or maybe you have a SAC tool, or maybe in through portfolio project plans also you can do the some sort of an yearly budget exercising. In that yearly budget exercising, you're going to give the capex, you're going to give the some sort of a budget. Okay, you're going to give the operational projects, you try to give some projects, sorry, some budget. Similarly, any customer billable kind of projects is ongoing, or maybe upcoming futures you want, that you're going to give some sort of a budget. So those kind of an exercise also you try to do on a portfolio level itself only. Correct. So that's the reason we try to create a different strategies for that. Under the strategies, we're going to create a different gates. Gates is link is with your all your strategies. So before the strategies I'm going to create, first I need to divide what type of buckets I wanted to create. For suppose like capex is one bucket, opex is a one bucket, and customer billable is a one bucket. So under the OPEX, how much budget I'm going to give, under that there might be some projects is going on, or maybe some future projects is coming. So if I'm going to work with the future projects or maybe ongoing projects, there should be some sort of strategies I need to deploy for that. Every strategies I'm going to link with the portfolio projects. Okay. Under the portfolio projects has been approved, then I'm going to convert that portfolio projects into the any operational projects, or maybe any operational projects is ongoing which is already been linked to that portfolio items, okay, or a portfolio projects. So whatever the ongoing projects is going on, whatever the data I'm receiving, day-to-day data, every data I'm going to get into through that items. From item it will going to roll up to your bucket level. So it's going to show you, if you just open that bucket level, it is going to show you, okay, this much is a risk is going on these are the projects. This is a budget I shorted. These are the some other parameters you're getting some kind of an issue or warning message we're going to give. Based on that, you're going to take a decisions. Or maybe some projects is going on already, or maybe upcoming projects you're working on that. So you're going to put some sort of a strategy with gate level. So that is called a phase gate process. Every strategy is based on that. You're going to, for suppose in this strategy, you have an idea. So some sort of an idea you are giving to your stakeholders. Okay, based on that your idea, they said, okay, proceed further. Now you're going to deploy in the concept level. Again, you're going to create some concept, and you're going to ask some budgets and each and everything, and what is the investment you try to put on that, and you're telling to your stakeholders like this much of a investment is required, and maybe upcoming 2-3 years later on you will get this much of an return on investment, that is called a ROI. So that is concept you are given, the concept you are given. Then once the stakeholders got approved, then you are moving to the deployment stage. So this deployment stage, now you're creating some sort of a product for that, and that product you're going to link with the operational projects. So once there is some gates for this, right? These are the current the three gates. So if you pass this gate, okay, system will automatically create a one operational projects for you. Whatever the templates based on the template you have created, our system will automatically create it, and you're going to start working on that. So day-to-day activity, whatever the activities is going on into this or maybe this execution stages, you're going to monitor on that. Based on this, your other stakeholders, like after this gate, there may be some CEO or CFO or maybe some VP levels kind of people will going to involve on this, and they're going to test and they're going to tell you, okay, now you can go and inject this product into the market. So this kind of strategies can be applied to the any of things. So during these strategies and the gate level, you have to go with the all sort of some risk assessments. You're going to do the schedulings. You're going to do the return on investment. You do the financial planning in terms of any cost as well as your revenue. Okay, then also you're going to give some sort of budgets and all those kind of financial planning. Further, once it has been approved, it can be transferred to the your project systems or maybe any third party application or maybe internal orders or maybe C projects or maybe any PM order, like that. You can transfer these whatever the financial values you have with that you can transfer. Also, you can do the your resource plannings. Okay, so how many resources you want to deploy against to each and every phases of the project. Maybe in this phase you have some peoples you wanted to deploy. So before that you wanted to plan. That is all the role based. How many peoples, maybe Java level 1, level 2, level 3, or maybe SAP person you need some other role based. So those role based you're going to deploy this, and based on the system will automatically calculate that cost. Okay, also it will also show you based on that if there is a customer kind of a projects, based on the roles it will also show you cost along with the revenue. So how much revenue you're going to get on that. So each and every things you're going to put into these different strategies. Based on the approvals, you proceed to the next level. Okay, so any doubt on this?
Yeah, so I suppose this PPM we are using in two phases. So one phase is what you have explained in this slide. Like we are taking the strategy, we are passing through various gates, and let's say we have decided on some initiative that we are going ahead with this project, and then we are passed on this information to the PS. Let's say. So that is one part of PPM, and the other part is the execution. Like once that PS project is created and executed, so how would then PPM comes into the picture?
That's what each and every time whenever you executing the business day-to-day transaction, right?
Mm-hmm.
That value will going to show you in a single dashboard.
Okay, so those would be different from the PS reports.
These reports are different from the your PS reports. There are some SLR reports we're going to fetch from here, but apart from that, there are some other reports is also available. Okay, so based on that, you can use those reports. Some bar chart, pie chart reports we have, so you can use those reports along with some financial data reports also we have.
So you can say that like it is an enhanced version of reporting from PS to the ePPM. Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, am I audible? I said
Yes,
something.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
So I said like reporting will be more enhanced in ePPM
ePPM,
compared to
correct.
PS.
Yes.
So
And
even
yeah.
logistics and the supply chain, means like if you run an MRP cycle, everything would be captured in the same dashboard, or you need to do any different kind of a plugin to get those reports?
No, MRP is in each and every, that is a project level, right? So PPM, everything will be dealt by your highest stakeholder, like maybe a VP level peoples or maybe like your program level, these kind of a people who want to handle this tool. Most of the cases, or a project manager or senior project manager, they're going to define all the strategies and all, and based on that, they will going to look into that. So further, if you want, you can also link with your SAC platform or maybe any other BI tool for that. So you will get those details.
but what reports then would be available on the PPM side? Like what, like if you can name like you spoke about the resource management. So probably those reports, so the cost of the timesheet and everything would be appearing over there.
Actuals, whatever the actuals we have been booked, right?
Actuals, okay.
Based on the FTE count or whatever you have been done. So whatever the values in there, that will going to show.
So even if we report cost on PSWBS, it will reflect there, or it's only on the
No, see here a hierarchy level format you won't get. For suppose like if I'm going to define cost plan. Okay, so different type of a cost plan I try to create. For suppose like travel relevant expenses. Okay, maybe procurement relevant expenses, maybe some other relevant expenses, or any raw material procurement relevant expenses, or production relevant expenses. Those kind of templates that we need to define. So whatever the value you are getting from your PS model or any internal model, PP or PPM, whatever it may be, so that value will going to show you, but it will not going to show you like entire thing exactly from which tables, which where exactly it is coming from. Because on the background PS project has been linked, right? So three PS project has been linked to a PP order or a PM order, or maybe any other orders has been linked. So that we need to refer back to the our PS model again. But here some SLR reports along with your line item reports we have by default.
We won't be getting drill down report like we are getting in the the PS
The
individual reports. Yeah.
SLR reports we have. Some SLR reports has been linked. If you want, you can link the further SLR reports also.
By any chance, are we touching MRS in this course?
No, MRS we are not touching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can you just anybody, if you have, say, can you just show the curriculum what all things would be covered during the course?
I think Naveen has shared you, right?
But that's something I won't understand because there are a couple of terminology which is very specific to PPM. So if you can show the content and explain what exactly those are. See, I can understand almost 60% of it. Couple of them I don't understand because it's more specific to the module. So
And
is it
so, Naveen, you there?
you
Naveen?
got my point, right?
Yeah, we got your point. Naveen, are you there? Naveen?
I think we should go ahead with this PPT first, Vinod.
And that's what
And yeah, then
you
we are
can
diverting
discuss.
from the agenda. Yeah.
Okay, so these are the component of SAP PPM. Like we're going to create a portfolio first. Under the portfolio, you're going to create a bucket. Okay, bucket is nothing but a one program. Under the program, we're going to create a initiatives. So initiatives is also something like an projects only. But so initiative mostly we try to use a kind of an R&D kind of projects. If I wanted to introduce the new segment into the market, maybe for that kind of a reason, I'm going to use the initiative. So this initiative further I can link with the C projects. So that is also we're going to cover into this course. Okay, maybe you already aware of the C projects. So that is also I think you know about the C projects, right? It is similar like a PS projects only, but it is quietly different from the some of the things. Like maybe you've worked with MS projects. It is similar like your MS projects. Further that project, whatever the C projects we try to create, that further you can link with the any of your sales order or any internal order or a PS projects or maybe PP order or a PM. If the business is not required for the C projects, directly you can integrate with the any third party like MS projects or maybe a Primavera projects with this initiatives. Correct? If there is a no requirement for the initiative, then you can create an item. Item is nothing but you are one of the last level of the portfolio project. So here you're going to do the all your strategy levels, like you're going to put the, all your gates. Then you're going to do the all your financial plannings into that project. Okay, then you're going to deploy the some resources, the role basis, or maybe if you know the resources, that is also you can deploy. Then you do the all your risk assessments, you do the all your scoring models, questionnaires, all these things will come. Then there will be some review managements on your stakeholders. After that, if the every gate has been passed, maybe third or a fourth level, or maybe fifth level, you can create a operational projects. So that operational projects may be your PS projects or a C projects. From that, it's going to link to further maybe other SAP models like PPM, FICO, MMN, and all. Okay. Then we, as I said, like we're going to create a questionnaires and scoring models. So here we're going to define some questions. These questions will going to has some sort of an weightage for that. Based on the weightages and the answers has been provided. That is a predefined answers will be there. Whatever the business requirement, based on that we're going to create an answers for that, and the stakeholders will going to give their answers. Based on the system will give you some sort of numbers. Okay, whether probability of the technical success or a commercial success, both will going to combine into this questionnaires and scoring models. Then you will get a risk assessment based on this, based on your financial, based on your questionnaires and scoring models, you will get a some risk assessments. Based on that you can take a further decisions. Okay, then we call this is an what if analysis. So what is exactly the what if analysis? For suppose like you are also the PM, I am also the PM. So I have done the some sort of plannings and each and everything, and I submitted to the stakeholders. Okay, so under the stakeholders, maybe some other PM can raise some queries. Instead of changing my plans, okay, I'm going to create a new version kind of things for you, and you can do the your financial plannings and each and everything over there. Okay, later on again we're going to submit both plan to the stakeholders. Whichever plan is approved, that plan will be further created a operational projects. That is nothing but a what if analysis. So every quarterly or monthly, half yearly, whenever you want, you can do the some sort of a review management of this. You can do the financial and capacity plannings over there. So financial plannings you can do on a, bucket level. So the, as I said, like capex, opex, and customer billable kind of a projects, yearly exercises you can do, and that can be distributed to the lower level of your items. Okay, and similarly the your roles levels based on the capacity management also you can do. Then we have some sort of KPIs for this. Okay, and the matrix. So based on the individual bucket level or individual initiative levels or the item level, you can deploy the KPIs. Okay, some predefined KPIs we have. Apart from that, if you want some other KPIs, there might be some enhancements is required. Then we have a document management. So that documents we're going to upload directly against to your bucket level or initiative level or the item levels. Then we have a roles and access. Like this is also something like an ACL kind of a mechanisms. Okay, so as per the your business requirements, you can provide as a because you are the admin, so you can provide the some roles and access to either it can be a display read and write mode or maybe only admin role, or you can hide them. So that is an item levels or initiative levels or a bucket level. That is up to the program managers how they wanted to proceed further on that. Okay, so this is a one sort of an example which I'm trying to just give in. Like this is a one of the group. It can be inside of a group, and here we try to give the some R&D kind of an okay. Then IT projects, then maybe a customer kind of projects. So under that, again, I'm going to distribute the further buckets on that. Okay, these buckets I may assign to the either a initiatives or maybe an item. So if I have in anything R&D kind of a projects, I may work with the initiatives. If it is in a customer billable kind of a project, based on the different type of any matrices I have. Based on that, I'm going to deploy here. Once I have done all those things, okay, once I approve the some of the gates, okay, based on that, system will create an automatic project. It can be C projects or it can be a your MS projects. Okay. Apart from that, if you wanted to link with any third party, say like maybe MS projects or maybe Primavera, that is also possible based on the your configurations. For that, EPC connector is required if it is in any third party. As I said, like item is
And
a
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt. So,
Yeah.
in this slide, MS project and Primavera. So, basically, what is the use of connecting these two models into the PPM? Is it only with the scheduling, or we have more functionality with this?
No, C projects also you have a better functionality like MS project schedulings and all. So some users know they might be possibly they're working with the Primavera roles. If you can see in the Primavera roles is very pretty good as compared to our PS model. Scheduling is also very good, and also if you want to do the support or like anything like a budget relevant activities and all, no, that is also pretty good in your Primavera.
So, from Primavera or MS project, we can import scheduling, budgeting, resource management as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Season and all that is also we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so as I said, like item is a last level of your portfolio project. Okay, so that can be created under the initiatives or maybe a bucket as per the your business requirement. Directly, you can create this item under the bucket. Okay, or maybe directly under the initiative. This initiative will be linked to the bucket. So maybe if you work with any R&D kind of any projects and all, there might be creating the initiatives. So each and every phases, like this is if I'm going to consider, if I'm considering a concept or maybe deployment is a phase. Under this, maybe a multiple projects also I may have. So under the concept, maybe some 4 or 5 projects I have been linking with the some sort of an items. Okay. So once this concept has been done completely, then I'll proceed to the next level. So under this, I'm going to create this concept as an initiative. Under that, I'm going to deploy the different projects for that. So those kind of an as per the your business requirement, you can create like that also. So that's the reason system has a provision. Either you can create the item under the initiatives or a bucket, and this initiative further will be linked to the bucket, and you do the all your financial plannings. Okay, either in the item level or initiative level, and it will be roll up to the bucket level. So whatever the budget you're going to do, the budget further can be either it can be a roll up to the bucket level, or from bucket to you can distribute to the lower level of your items or initiatives. So it is up to the business level. If they're doing the budgeting exercises on the bucket level, then you can distribute it to the lower level. If they're doing the item level itself only, then it will be rolled up to the bucket level.
So, is it happening in the top-down distribution, same like PS project?
You can distribute it.
So once budget is coming from this, let's say item or bucket, so no need to assign, separately budget in PS project, like, in CJ30 we are doing.
Yeah, that we're going to transfer once you approve it here in item level, right?
Okay.
So that we're going to transfer entire your cost planning, revenue planning, your bucket plannings, everything will going to transfer to PS.
So no need to execute those transaction in PS project then.
No, here see here one column will come transfer to the PS. Means if I go to the next level of slides, right?
Yeah.
There you'll get the one column over here. Just click on that, it will automatically get transferred.
So we can set the budget availability control as well with respect to the budget on the item level.
Item level.
Yeah. Okay. And one more thing I missed on that, Naveen. Uh, what would distinguish whether we are going to use this what you call initiative or not? So, what would be the deciding point, like whether I'm going to use this initiative or not here?
Initiative, mostly we try to use the under any R&D kind of any projects.
Okay, so revenue project basically.
No,
No,
R&D,
R&D, R&D. Oh, sorry.
R&D kind of
Uh,
projects, right? There we try to use the initiatives, but functionality is almost as the same.
okay.
Okay.
So
So only the drawbacks were like initiatives and items. Earlier, like I don't know why SAP was not doing this functionality. Initiatives, you will have some workflows, some extra workflows they have given. Okay, but if you come to the item, I don't know why they have denying those workflows. They are not providing. If you want those workflows, you have to pay the some consulting note for that. Then they will give you that note, and you can implement the note.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this is a high level architecture overview. Like here, as we're discussing, that you created a portfolio and you created the bucket structure, then maybe items or initiative you have created, and there are some decision points, right? So those decision points you need to link with your project structure. Maybe on under the these decision points, okay, you wanted to create a project structure. So under these decision points, the entire structure will get created. Or you will saying like no, if I'm going to create under this only. So these decision points are going to link to this all. So once I click on the double click on this, right, automatically PS projects will going to open. Just only you need to double click on this decision point. So system will going to open you on a background. System will create automatically project structure for you, and it will going to show you what is the WS has been linked to this decision point. So it depend on the your strategies how you wanted to create decision to decision point. You can link or any decision point where you're going to create an entire project structure like that. You can decide. Means it is up to the business how they wanted to proceed further. And whatever the financial planning you try to do, okay, here all these financial plannings, review managements, approvals and everything, okay, each and everything will going to link because this project has been created, right? Only you have to click on one button over there, transfer this financial value to ERP. So it will transfer all your financial value, your schedules, okay, along with your resource deployments, each and everything will going to transfer to those respective WBSs. Then you release these projects. Either you can release the project from here or from here also. Once you approving right here in this decision points, you can also control this WBSs. Means you can release this. There is a functionality called a release. So system will automatically get released this WBSs. You can also do the ALK, TECOs and all from in this decision points itself only.
There is a specific configuration for this, or
Yes, there is a configurations for that.
you will be guiding us through that also?
Yes, we're going to go for all those configurations.
Okay, okay.
Right? So all these 1:1 you're going to link. Okay. After that, you're going to do the here you're going to transfer this whatever the strategies planning, cost planning, revenue planning, capacity planning you have done. This will going to transfer to individual these WBSs. You start the execution. Either maybe from here you're going to release these WBSs. You start the execution. Maybe a timesheet going to book against this and any JV postings or any procurements or maybe PP or PM, whatever it may be linked from this. You're going to do all these things. So whenever you try to do, okay, all the cost has been posted against these WBSs. So it will be roll up against to back to this item level again. Sorry, whatever you doing whatever you're doing in this WBSS, right? It will be roll up to this item level and it will going to show you against that. What is that actual posting you have been done against those WBSS along with what is the year to date, like maybe on a month to month you will get those values, actual as well as the plan. So that structure, the cost structure also you need to define. There is a different type of a cost planning structures we have. So as per the business requirement, you have to define like maybe travel expenses, procurement expenses, okay, any further expenses, how much revenue you're getting, how much you have been planned. So it will show you plan versus actuals. It can be monthly wise, it can be quarterly wise, yearly wise, half yearly wise, 5 years plan, like that will show you. Along with also it will based on the actuals, it will going to show you what is your NPA, what is on based on that it will going to show you return on investment. And if there is a budget shortage, okay, maybe you allocated some budget on that, maybe you overshooting those budgets. So that is also it will give you some sort of warning messages to you. Okay, maybe some sort of notification to you based on your workflow it is going to trigger. Like that, you can do those kind of configurations.
So two doubts basically. So we define budget on item only, no, not on the bucket level.
Yeah, so item, whatever the item, for suppose you have a 10 projects is going on under those projects, say like 10 million. So maybe the 10 million out of that, maybe 1 million you have been assigned to one of the project and it has been overshooted. So it will, the system will trigger your warning message, right, into the bucket as well as the project.
Yeah, I mean, my doubt is like, we assign budget on item level, not on the bucket level. An item could have multiple projects below that. Right.
So that is a two-way, as I said, like if you're doing the budgeting exercises from bucket level, that you can distribute into the your lower level. If you're considering, no, I want to do the on the item level itself only, then that you can do it.
Okay.
Or maybe if you, as I said, right, maybe third party to like Primavera and all, you done the your budgeting over there. That is also you can transfer back to your item level, and item two it will show you in bucket level. Or
So,
with
yeah.
this,
Are we
so
covering those integration between Primavera and
no,
MSP?
Primavera, how we can do that is a third party tools, right? It doesn't have those third party tools.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So because if in real time projects that integration is there, then we won't be
So
having any,
it
right?
is it is
Yeah.
not easy. Like the third party tools, we should have the licenses for that. Along with, if you wanted to integrate, we have to take the further license for that EPC connector. Correct.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. So other
We're
doubt was
going to
like how. Yeah. Yeah.
we're going to see the C projects as well as the PS projects, both integrations with this one. So
Okay.
we're going
Okay.
to transfer as well as whatever the portfolio level we try to do the planning, that will transfer to your project level, and actual projects, whatever the questions going to happen into project level, that is also we're going to see into your dashboard level, this portfolio dashboard.
Yeah. So I mean, is it integrated with investment management as well? Like, let's say they have proper structure within the investment management, like, they have program position, then appropriation request is also there, then project. So is it integrated with PPM as well? PPM, investment management, and then PS.
No, it will not come like that. You have to create a C projects. Some C projects you can link with your investment management. But if you wanted
So,
to integrate with the directly with the item, it cannot be, because either you can link with the PS or a C projects.
so C projects means CPM, no?
No, no, C projects is different. CPM is a
Collaboration.
different projects. Yeah, collaboration projects.
So can we say that, like, this ePPM is not integrated with the IM, then investment management? There is no linkage.
You can link. That's what I'm saying. Either you can link with the C projects or a PS projects.
No, I'm talking in perspective of PS only.
I'm not getting. If you can give me some light on that.
Sorry,
No, I'm saying if you can repeat your question once again.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, let's say, my project is also using investment management, wherein I'm using investment management program positions, and then, appropriation request basically, so like the ePPM, IM also has their own structure, and project and WBS is also getting created through this appropriation request in investment management. So I was wondering whether, let's say client has investment management as well because of, assets they are creating. And let's say they are talking about implementing this ePPM module. So how that, mix will go, how this combination will
No,
be.
but why we should need that IM model? Because if you have a capex budget, right? Sorry, capex projects is there into your this one. Here from authorization request, you can give it directly to the your PS model. So PS model is going to create a structure, and AUC projects will be created automatically in PS itself only.
Okay.
So your financial planning is everything you can do into your item level, and you can approve it and you can transfer it back to that.
Oh, so
Why
those
we should?
those assets details could anyway we are seeing in the dashboards in ePPM.
Yeah, that we can see it.
Oh, okay. So then it's integrated then. Yeah.
Yeah,
So individually project auto creation of asset and all you can do it in PS as well as a regular practice, and then those would be sent out to your ePPM dashboards.
quick dashboards.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay. So like this, it will going to give you for suppose like under one bucket like R&D projects. Maybe this many projects has been there. So it will show you like these are the budget statuses of these projects. Okay, maybe it is green, yellow, something this kind of a warning messages or error message will going to give you based on your budget or maybe schedule or maybe staffing. Like these kind of things it will going to give you. So this we need to do the some sort of configurations and also it will show you what is the status, where it is pending, who to whom it is pending. Okay, so whatever the financial plannings you have been given, all it will going to give you some sort of a dashboard kind of things. Okay, apart from that, you can convert these dashboards into some bar charts and pie charts. Okay, so here if you just click on this reporting, it will going to open you one platform. Like it is not much good as your BI kind of things, but it can be manageable. Further, if you want, you can link with the some sort of BI. Okay, it can be Power BI or BW itself also. You can link with that. So if it is a required, then you can use this. Just click on this reporting tool. It will going to open you based on this. So there you have a multiple kind of anything. What is your plan? What is your actual? What is your PTC? What is your forecasted value? Okay, based on that, what is your risk assessment? So that kind of any information it will going to show you under the those dashboards along with those bar charts and pie charts we have. Okay.
Yeah, so if you talk about the development, what could be the development that may come under this ePPM? Like which technical objects mostly were used and required to be implemented? I mean, based on your experience.
So we use the Power BIs. Mostly we try to use the Power BIs because that is as compared to our SAP one. No, it is much cheaper and implementation is also good as compared to our BW. So that is up to
Only
business.
for reporting purpose, huh?
Yeah,
Is it?
only for reporting purpose.
So enhanced reporting basically.
Yes.
So apart from that, we don't have any custom objects in this
We have a
ePPM.
lot of custom objects. As per the business requirement, you can create a lot of custom objects for the validations, substitutions, wherever you want. Even though you can link with this to the your SAC platform.
Okay, okay. No, I mean validation substitution we can work as a functional, right? In PS we are working. So in ePPM, do we
Those
need? Yeah,
no those validation is
different.
different from here.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So that would
because
need ABAP development.
about development is required.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right. So in this report kind of any things, but suppose we have done some sort of enhancements, some bar chart, pie charts, whatever we have based on that. Also, we done some sort of an enhancements for that. Okay, without any BI platforms. So those kind of an enhancement reports if you need, right? So that you need to develop.
Yeah, 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 understood.
There are a lot of validations we have bring. So
Workflows might also be there.
yeah,
Okay, okay, yeah.
okay. So this is an financial planning. Okay, as I said, like you can do the on a bucket level and item level or initiative levels. That can be either a roll up from top to down or a bottom up approach. Okay, so you do the your planning, actuals and forecast, whatever the then that you can do. So that we going to going to cover when we come to other courses, right? So you can do the financial planning. Let me show you some sort of things. So here, as you can see, you're going to create a view categories and kind of in a group kind of in a configurations, and there you're going to assign these kind of things. Okay, and you do the financial planning. So here two types of in a financial plan, three, not 22. You can do the three types. So based on your past experience and all, manually you can input it, or there is an Excel upload. Okay, or maybe any third party or your PS projects or maybe your C projects, from that also you can input the data. Apart from that, if you have a SAC integrations or maybe you have a BWIP. BWIP is a one sort of a tool. Okay, so that we are using to our CPM module as well as your PPM model. So based on the cube level, okay, whatever the data we have in the master data, say like maybe your order specific or maybe a material specific, that orders will be going to pick automatically. Okay, and based on that, whatever the planning you have, system will automatically consider those plannings. Some ifs and buts, if you want to do some sort of a changes into that, that is also you can do that. But for that you need a BWIP person. So if you are working with any CPM kind of any projects, so those CPM projects we try to integrate with our BWIP. Into BWIP, that is a search engine. Under that, it will going to pick the all your master data, and based on that cube level, whatever the values we have been entered into those master data, that will going to pick automatically. From that you can do the forecastings and all based on the actuals. You can do the forecastings or etc calculation or EAC calculation, everything you can do from that. And once you get an okay, the value will be populated over here. So it's up to the business how they wanted to proceed. They can do on a manual level or they can upload it. Okay, and that is a standard level standard functionality given by the SAP. Directly you can download those Excel and you can upload it. Okay, or integration manner like PS or a CPM or maybe your C projects. From that also the data can be fetched. Okay, actual as well as the plan. So here you have to define the what type of any categories we have, what type of any views we have, what type of groups we have. So suppose here is my I'm just trying to creating a actuals. Actual is nothing but a one top of a my view. Under that, I'm going to create a categories. Okay, this is a my secondary cost. Under that, I'm creating group like internal activity allocation and overheads. So whatever the actuals I'm going to post into that, automatically come to the overhead here, and automatically whatever the internal activity allocation maybe timesheets have been booked, so that column will going to show. So those kind of an your cost sheets, okay, that we need to define over here. It is up to the business how they wanted to prove. It can be multiple ways, so it is up to the business. Individually GL specific also you can define your groups over here. Based on that, system will trigger you, or you can club into one or two. That is also going to show you. Okay.
Naveen, yeah. So, as a part of period and process, so each at the end of each period, let's say in PS there is settlement, and in case of a customer project, there are revenues, actual cost, cost of goods source, and then WIP. So all those stuff we need to manually bring into the PPM dashboard at the end of each period, or is there any auto linkages for that as well?
Yeah, these are the auto only, but that KPIs and this view and category that you need to define.
Okay.
If you wanted to link those GL WIP, system will show you. Here you have to link for those WIPs, and system will show you against this period how much WIP is going on for this project.
So it will be getting auto refresh, it seems.
It will be auto refreshed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So based on that, you're going to run the KPIs. Okay. So those KPIs, you're going to what is your planned and actual. Under that, it will going to calculate the NPA value, return on investment, and based on the system, will give you some sort of an uh, warning messages. Okay, or maybe the error messages, kind of any things. And based on that warning and all intimation, it will going to trigger a workflows to the respective stakeholders where you're going to give that workflows going to get, right. Based on that, you're going to trigger the mail communication to them. Either it can be notification or maybe the workflows as per the your business requirement. You're going to deal with those kind of workflows.
So those in what you call the intimation would be mostly into the cost overruns and schedule delays, right?
That is up to the business how they want. I cannot say. There may be a lot of schedule kind of things if there is a delay. So that is also you can give some warning to the your program manager or a product manager. Correct. If
Yeah.
the budget is shorted, then you can give to the your VPs levels or a finance managers. So
Yeah.
the PMO you have to decide.
Okay.
Means the
Okay.
business has to decide.
Yeah. Understood.
Then you do the capacity level planning. So before I'm going to deploy the resources, first I have to do the resource level planning against to that particular PPM projects. Okay. So say like maybe rules, say like 10 resources are required, maybe some level 1, level 2, level 3 respective. And I'm going to put that and I'm going to do the resource plannings. Okay. Based on that, system will going to give me whether they are available or not. After the system will give me like this is the cost rates. Okay, based on that you will get the this much of revenues and all. So these kind of things you'll get. Okay, that can be linked to your C projects or a PS projects or maybe your MRS further. Okay, whatever the item level planning you try to do, that planning can be further transferred to C projects or PS projects or maybe MRS, and you will get this kind of some sort of dashboards. Okay. Now, as I said, like we're going to do the questionnaires and scoring models. What exactly this question and scoring models means? It will going to help the stakeholders whether I wanted to proceed further or not. So there are three different assessments. One is like your probability of technical success, probability of commercial success, and based on that, it will going to give you some risk assessments also and the KPIs. So for suppose like I have given some 10 or 20 questions. Okay, under the 10 or 20 questions, I have given some weightages for that, and I have provided some answers. If he is saying a yes, it may be some 10%. If he is saying a no, it may be 3 or 4%. And after that, this all these 10 or 20 questions I am going to club. So that clubbing is called as an your questionnaires and the scoring models. So that will give you a probability of technical success and probability of commercial success. So commercial success means all your financial relevant activities. So based on your financial plannings, based on your financial planning, system will also give you some sort of a score for that. Okay. So combination of these two, system will propose you what is the KPI and what is your risk assessments. So every organization they have some risk management. So like if it is 80% or 90%, my risk is very high. If it is below 60%, it is maybe moderate. It may be below 50 or 60, it may be is okay. I can proceed further. So those kind of rules of the matrix that we need to define as per the business requirement. So system will propose you for those part. So that can be assigned to the item levels or initiative levels. Okay. It will not be linked to your bucket level. It will be only assigned to your item or initiative levels. So based
So,
on the actuals as well as the plan, you will get this information.
so basically, this questionnaire and scoring model will be used, while taking the new business, like, going for new ventures, like for, let's say, any ongoing project. Will this be helpful? Like,
Yes, it can be
already,
helpful.
yeah.
For suppose like I am in concept design phase, I have a project manager, I am giving you some sort of like I have asked you 10 millions, and you approved me, and I am in a development stage. Okay. Now again I am asking some another zero point 0.5 million to you because of some sort of any resource shortage, something has happened. So you are asking me all these questions, and I have provided the answers for that. Now you thinking like you're getting in a risk. So might be you're not going to give me that 0.5 million, right?
Yeah.
It is depend on the business cases, how they wanted to proceed. But
No, no,
mostly,
no. I rephrase my question. Maybe I didn't put it in a right way. So again, two scenarios. So a business wishes to venture out or about to start a new project. So they in that case, they are taking the initiatives, all those stuff structure they are creating, and let's assume that they have reached to this slide like questionnaires and scoring model where they need to take the decision whether to go ahead with this project or not. That is one scenario. And the other scenario is like we already are into the projects, buckets, item, everything is there. PS project is created, executed. Let's say we have 6 months down the line starting the projects. So will this questionnaire and scoring model help in scenario two, not in one?
yeah, two also is going to help you. Right?
In what way? Like this project initiative item already started, even PS project execution is started. In what way this will help then, this question and scoring model?
That's what I'm saying. See, in concept design, maybe I have created a project and all, and in deployment stage, I am already started working on this. Correct.
Right, yeah.
And now I'm asking some extra budget for that.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Or maybe I have some resources has been shorted, or maybe some I have some issue on the scheduling point of view, something.
Ah,
Correct. So in review management, as I said, like if you
okay. Yeah,
review management. So in review
mm,
management, you're going to ask these questions, right?
yeah. So maybe if you sort some revision in any part of the project, let's say costs, schedules, resources, you go through this questionnaire and scoring model.
Correct.
Yeah, got it. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Then we have some different sort of roles over here. Okay. So five different kind of predefined roles we have. Okay, based on the your requirement, you can enhance those resources. Sorry, enhance these roles. So one is your portfolio administrator. His role is to create a portfolio structure like buckets and all. He's going to create some resource pools and all into that. Okay, he will configure the dashboards and the some bar chart, pie charts. That is his role. Okay, after that he going to hand over his activities to the portfolio manager. That may be your bucket level, or maybe something like your initiative kind of a program managers. He'll going to monitor those dashboards, or he might be also creating those dashboards. He'll going to analyze those dashboards. He will implement the strategic plannings as per the business requirements and all. He will do all the review level kind of things. Okay, what if analysis, or there are collaboration kind of things we have. That kind of review management we can do. We will create a portfolio items. Okay. So based on that, it will going to hand over to the item manager. Item manager is nothing but you maybe a project manager, okay, or a senior project manager kind of in a role. They're going to create a further, like they're going to maybe if they have some financial strategies and all, they might be going to create, okay, and they're going to edit all those kind of documents and all, or maybe some other rules kind of things. They're going to put all the project level data, okay, and if they're going to change anything statuses and all, okay, under those kind of things that they can do. Apart from this, there is called a resource manager or an RNG teams. Okay, they're going to based on the portfolio administrator or maybe item level manager, or maybe portfolio level managers, whatever the resource management kind of things they have planned, they have done. These people will going to deploy those resources against those roles. Okay, as per the requirement of this item manager or maybe portfolio administrators and all. So these kind of things here, as you can see, if you come to the ministry illness, and I can going to select those projects. Here I can give the some rights to my subordinates. Okay, so it can be admin role, it can be read and write role, or it can be create role. He may be a person responsible. If he is a person responsible, he will going to system will automatically trigger a notification to him, like that. And this can be, you can create into the bucket level, it can be inherit. Okay, so as per the your business requirement, you can do this kind of an activities. Here you will get the change document. So whatever the financial level changes has been happened, or into that dashboard level, whatever the changes may be, schedule level or the status level, everything you're going to change, see into this change document level, financial plannings and all each and everything. Then there is a called in version management as well as the snapshot. So snapshot you already aware, like it can be take automatically as well as the manually whenever it is required. So system will take you one project snapshot for that. Okay, entire your whatever the schedule is going to happen against to those projects, or a budget level or a financial levels, whatever it may be happen, it is going to take one snapshot for that. Now the version is in a different kind of things, like it is a your as I said, like what if analysis. In that you're going to create a some sort of in a simulation for that based on your financial planning, based on schedulings and all. If the stakeholders get approved those version, then you're going to create a one operational projects for that. So as per the your business requirement, you can choose any of this. So mostly we try to use both of the functionalities for the snapshot as well as the versions. Okay, so every monthly we take a snapshot for that, and in between, if you required, you can take a snapshot for that. Any financial balance getting updated, so that is also you can take a snapshot for that. And the review kind of things, you can create a some sort of an versions for that. Okay, it is in a simulation kind of thing, so you can simulate that and you can create a projects. Okay, so everything you're going to see on a kind of an tool itself only. There is a Fury apps. So based on that, here you get these kind of things like project management, project teams, project management office, nothing but a PPM. Here you're going to work all those things. Okay, then resource management. Okay, there is a steering committee for this, and here if you come to the project management, you can assign the tasks, projects, and all these kind of things. Like this kind of one dashboards will come. You click on those Fury apps and you can go into work. And here are the some sort of some reports based on your KPIs, based on your cost and risk assessments, your NPV, return on investment. So these kind of dashboards you will get with respect to bar charts and pie charts.
You know, this is app based only, right? This entire PPM model is app based only.
Yeah, entire it is an app based on
Yeah.
Fury apps.
So can we, design or manage those tiles which are on your screen now, or how is it? I mean, is it the
This is the
functional? Yeah.
no, these are the standard functionality which is we are getting from that. And if it is not required, you can don't give this access to your who are the users, right? Specific
Yeah,
apps.
I mean, we do have access to play with this dashboard, right? I mean, we can
Yes.
add, we can delete, we can
Yeah.
readjust. That
We
that
can
thing
access.
we can do it as a part of functional.
Yeah, that we can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
So these are some basic reports which I'm trying to show you. Apart from this, we are going to link with the SLR reports. So whenever you try to click on the portfolio item, right, in between there is some SLR reports also we have that is directly linking with our portfolio items. So there is a line item based reports, that's CN41 report and SLR reports, as well as the CGI3 and reports. These reports also we have linkage directly to our portfolio dashboards. Apart from that, if you want some Z kind of reports which directly you want to link, okay, that is also possible. Okay, so any doubt, any concerns?
No, nothing.
Okay. So the agenda for this today we have completed, and whatever the further queries you have, you may reach out to Naveen. So Naveen can guide you for whatever the queries
Yeah, yes.
you have. So can you conclude the call then?
What is the duration of this session? It's like the complete training sessions.
It is some 25 to 30 hours, including UC projects and integration with the PS projects, because you're already aware of PS projects and all, right? Otherwise, it may take you some 30 to 35 hours. So roughly, I can say like 25 to 30 hours.
Any rough idea, like in within how many weeks or months you will be covering this?
Alternate days we try to go. So 1.5 hours to plus 2 hours we will try to take the classes. We'll go with the theory, then we'll go cover with all the config, then we'll create a master data and we'll go to test.
Roughly around 10 to 15 days, roughly around.
No. So you consider like 1.5 hours approximately per day. So 25 days to 30 days approximately take. 20 to 25 you can consider.
Okay. So okay.
So Naveen, is it like this with this ePPM, we can go either with C projects or PS projects?
Go with the both C and as well as the PS. Both we're going to create. C in details will go all the configuration everything. PS integration point of view we're going to touch and we'll create a projects and we'll post the actuals into those C projects as well as the PS projects.
Yeah, I have not worked on this C project, so don't have much idea on this.
Okay. No, we're going to teach you for the C projects also.
What is the use of C project basically? I mean, in broader terms, not in depth.
C projects basically try to use for the R&D kind of an activities and the resource deployments kind of things along with your schedulings. That is a much user much experience into the C projects.
Okay, so are we going into the config of C project as well?
Yes, yes, config as well as the master data creation integration with the PS along with the PPM.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, if you have any doubts further, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can conclude the call.
Thanks,
Ye-
Vinod. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Vinod. Thank you for the insightful session.
yeah.
It was really
Thank you.
helpful. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for you being your time. Have a nice day.
Yeah, same to you. Thank you. Bye.
Going through mobile now.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. No issue. So I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
So
Today we'll join through mobile. I'll
yeah,
check what is happening with my laptop or that.
no issue.
Because that is
So
company laptop, no. So I don't know if there is compliance issue or something like that.
maybe I'm not sure. So let me share my screen. We'll
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
So can you able to see my screen?
Yeah. I can see.
Okay. So I think last time we have discussed regarding that landscape and how the workflow can be happen. Means entire portfolio management, how it is going to start and where it is going to end. The basic demo which we have given, right?
Yeah. Demo I have attended. Yeah.
Correct. So then we're going to start what exactly the ePPM and the landscape and how we're going to proceed further. So there is a five different stages. Like every week we'll try to compare the stages: one stage, two stage, three stage, four stage, five, like that. Okay. So let me come to this. So in this, as you are aware, like ePPM has a five different modules, correct?
Yeah.
So in this ePPM model, five different like PS, CPM, innovative management, and the connectors, ECP connectors. Now the ECP connectors are changed to the networks. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to discuss the PPM. Okay. Under the
Mhm.
PPM, we're going to discuss PPM along with the project management. In the project management, like basic PS, but in detail, we'll go with the C projects.
So,
Hmm. Hmm.
just regarding, my profile.
Hmm.
So, I'm into SAP PS now. So, I have
Okay.
around, 9 years of working into the SAP PS.
Right.
Currently, I'm working with EY. So, my, core interest is into ePPM project management and C projects. So,
Correct.
integration with the PS is fine. Okay. But, the
Hmm.
main focus is into ePPM.
Yeah, we're going to discuss the integration points with the PS. Okay, but in details, we'll go with the C projects.
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah. Just thought of, sharing my profile first with you so that we'll be on
No
the
issue.
same line.
No issue. No issue.
Yeah, yeah,
So we're going to see how the landscape will going to work and how it will going to come. So this is very high level, which I'm trying to say. Okay,
yeah.
and these are the an example like which initially also I given this kind of an examples. Okay, so now I'll directly come to the portfolio. How we're going to create derive the portfolio and the portfolio structures and all. Okay, so as a layman terminology, if I say what is a portfolio mix, if I'm going to invest something into my projects, okay, system should give me something like a notifications or a mirror or a based on some tools and techniques it has to tell me like whether I have to invest those money into these projects or not. As a layman terminology, I'm saying. Okay, that is the meaning of a very high level of portfolio. So if I wanted to invest something, say like in mutual funds, if I wanted to invest, okay,
Mhm.
so there should be some tools and techniques based on that system should tell me, okay, if I'm going to put this kind of money, how much returns I'm going to get, what is the risk parameters I have, like that, right?
Okay.
Similarly, if it is in a different kind of projects, okay, it may be capex, it may be opex, or maybe any billable kind of projects. So system should give me the notifications based on my tools and techniques whether I have to invest or not.
Yeah,
Okay, and ongoing projects also, whatever the ongoing projects if I'm working on that. So on a day-to-day basis, based on my business transaction, system should give me the alerts.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and also I have to design the system in such a way like it should always reflect with the matrix managements, like who will be the makers and checkers, who is going to approve to proceed further, that is the gates and all.
Yeah.
Correct. So align your entire project portfolio with the corporate goals and objective throughout the project life cycle. Okay, gain the visibility in a real time. Okay, whatever the cost you're going to put, plan cost as well as an actuals, along with the staffing, schedulings, results. Okay, it's also assign, deploy, and redeploy the plans based on the your forecastings. Okay, these are the very high level which I'm trying to say. But when you come to the integration point of view, and you're going to learn a lot of things on this. Now I'll come to portfolio type. As you are aware, like project profile, correct in BS.
Yes, Naveen. Yeah.
Correct. So similarly here also we try to create a profile. So in that we try to integrate all our controlling parameters. It can be linked from project systems. It can be linked with the FICM models, all your GLs accounts and all. Like that, we have to integrate a lot of things. So At the header level, if you consider it, that is called a portfolio type. Everything will be denoted as a type. Here we are not going to call it profile. Every time we are going to denote it as a type. Okay. So let me show you. Let me show you that. So we need to come to the portfolio and project management. Okay. So in this, we have a three different objective which we need to configure. One is a portfolio and project management. It is categorized again into portfolio type, buckets, initiatives, and item management. So wherever we going to come to that stage, so we need to configure that system. Then we entire throughout the system we need to configure as a project management, which is nothing but a your C projects. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, Vinod. I'm
Yeah.
just connected through the other laptop, so I'm just
Okay.
disconnecting through the mobile.
Sure, no issue.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can able to hear you.
Hello.
Hello, I can able to hear you. Hello, I can able to hear you.
Can you hear me now, Naveen?
Yes, you can hear me.
Yeah. We can continue, Naveen. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so here as in saying portfolio management. So here further distributing to the portfolio type, bucket types, and then you're going to distribute to the initiative, then items.
Yeah.
Okay. If you come to the project management, which is going to deal with the all your C projects. Okay, whatever the C projects relevant configurations we have, that we're going to do against this configurations. Okay. And this is the last one, common function, where we're going to deal with the integration with the any other PS objects, or maybe PP object, or a PM object, or a C projects, or maybe any third party like an your Primavera or MS projects like that. So that is the we need to integrate all those things along with the some statuses and all. Okay. Yeah. So each and every like a stage, okay, we need to configure the system. So this is a very high level which I'm categorizing, and based on this, we're going to do the configurations. And before that, we're going to discuss our theoretical part.
Yeah. So this major falls where exactly? SAP portfolio and project management.
Yeah. So once you come to your here, directly come to the SAP portfolio and project management.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It will come to the all these three configurations modes. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
So we're on this week and mostly the up to the 2 weeks to 3 weeks, we're going to work under this portfolio management only. Then later on we'll come to this project management and common functions. Okay.
Yeah.
So before creating any projects like or a projects, we need to configure the project profile, right? So similarly here also we need to configure our portfolio type. So here two different types. One is a dependent settings, another one is an independent settings. So all the dependent settings you can categorize like this is a portfolio type or your project profiles. Okay. What is the independent settings? Like all your bucket relevant configurations, all your item relevant configurations, or a initiative relevant configuration, everything will be done under this independent settings. Whatever the independent settings you try to do, everything we need to link again back to the portfolio dependent settings. Apart from that, there are some global settings, there is some process service settings, and then global field settings or a financial relevance settings. Okay. All these again come back to in this portfolio type only. Okay.
Yeah.
So before creating any portfolio dependent settings, first we need to configure the some global settings. Okay.
Okay.
So what is this global settings means? As a standard SAP has given some global settings with respect to your capacity managements or resource managements, some of the master switch, some of the HR relevant integrations, some of the users managements, okay, some general managements, or maybe if you're integrating with any FICO relevant. So these are the some of the switches and the areas by default system is provided. So if you want, you can activate this. If you do not want, you can deactivate this.
Yeah.
Some of the switches, okay, you can consider like in a BC settings, okay. So whichever functionality we want, we can activate it, and if we doesn't want, we can deactivate it. Correct. So here also some of the settings which is provided by the SAP. If you want, you can activate, or if you want, you can deactivate it. Okay. For suppose if I'm going with this general default settings, okay, click on this general default settings, and you will get these many areas with respect to these are the some background like 010203. These are nothing but some sort of any programs. Okay, whether this program need to be the activate or deactivate, you have to decide from here. Okay, for suppose like currency exchange rate, okay, maybe some language relevant activities. So here you will get these kind of things like some 60-61 activities we have. Apart from that, if you want to do the some sort of an enhancements, okay, and that enhancements is basically linking with your general default settings. So those enhancements you need to add over here, so that it will be come to whether it is in a global specific, like maybe you have a different sort of in a projects like capex, opex, and customer billable projects. So some of the settings may not be required for the capex process, or maybe opex process, or maybe billable projects. So that you need to decide from here itself only. Under which projects types it can be applicable and it is not applicable.
Yeah.
For suppose here is the one setting like original default languages. Okay, whether you are making a mandatory or an enable or a disable. By default, system will give you a disable mode only. I'll show you once again. First day, I'm trying to give you some overall picture. Okay, I'm not going like because I don't know whether you have a access or not in the system.
Yeah. I need to check on the access.
Yeah. I think Naveen will provide you the access.
Yeah. So it is all Fury app based, no? PPM?
Yeah. Yes.
No
It is
GUI.
the entire thing is no GUI.
So
Only
SPR,
configurations you
yeah,
configuration you need to do,
right.
but rest all will be done in the front end only.
Yes.
So once you're going to log in, right, you will get this kind of a like portfolio management, program management, project management, project administrator, project finance controller, like this kind of an duty tiles will come because you are a consultant, so everything you will get, but in real time, only specific role. These are some specific roles based. Okay, if you're going to give that, then it will come. Otherwise, it won't come. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we'll come to here. So if I try to create any portfolio, like earlier we have created some of the portfolios. I'm just giving an example, but we are not configured yet. See here, some portfolio types we have, right? So here I'm going to select the any of these of the portfolio. But here, if you say no, I need to put the some sort of a currency, or maybe some sort of a languages, or maybe some other custom fields, or maybe custom that should be enabled first. Then we'll go further. Correct. So
Yes.
for that reason, so if you come to here, by default, system will say this language option is disabled.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you go to over here, by default, whichever the system is enabled or disabled, it will show you. You select this one, and system will show you it is in a disabled. Why? Because of if you try to enable something here by default, you can enable from here. But what the SAP suggests, so whatever we are trying to give it, don't change anything on his. Okay. Instead of that, if you think like something should be enable or maybe disable or a mandatory, you can override these settings.
Okay.
Okay. So further, what you need to come, you to come back.
Copy.
There is called a override default global settings.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Click on this. So earlier, whichever is required, no, some of the things I have been activated. Okay.
Okay.
This will going to discuss one by one. Okay, whichever the thing is required, whichever may not be required. So I'm just trying to show you how you can activate. So click on new entry, which is the area. My area is general default settings 007. Okay.
Okay.
And which is the name of that functionality which I wanted to activate. Say like 50. Okay, just enter. It will come, and you have to, as per the system requirements, you have to put like X. X means activated. If you put the M means it is a mandatory. Disable means it is a blank space.
Yeah.
So just give it this and okay. Now you need to refresh the screen. So earlier, as you can see, there is a no language specific thing is came, right?
Yeah.
Now, okay, this is the problem. So I need to cancel this. I have to ask, it should be default to Chrome only.
So it works in Chrome only or
Earlier, earlier it was a Chrome only actually. So they have installed some certificates and all, so that Chrome is not working. So now as you can see, earlier it was showing only portfolio type. Now it is also showing me the language.
Okay.
Arabic, English, French, Japanese. Now how this Arabic, English, French, Japanese only came in? So that again you need to do the config. Okay. To come back, we have to give the specific text languages. So here I am taking Arabic, English, French, or Japanese. So only these languages is applicable to create and whatever the portfolio I'm trying to create, or maybe some initiatives or something like that. Only these are the applicable languages. Okay, so
you can make a default also. Yeah.
You can put the default also. Okay, so like this, if you go to the default settings, so as per your business requirement, you need to check like these are the standard setting which is provided by the SAP. Up to till 12, these additional features which I have created. Okay, but up to 12, you will get this settings by default. So you need to check which is applicable, which is not applicable. If it is not applicable, you can deactivate it.
Yeah. So you said like it is all disabled, no?
Which one? No. Some of the settings as enabled, some of the settings are disabled. So just I've given an example, right? This 50 by default this is this is deactivated mode, right? By default it is a deactivated mode. If you wanted to enable, you have to go and you have to do the override these settings.
Yeah.
Right? So like this, there are a lot of settings which is applicable, which may not be applicable. For integration point of view also, if you wanted to integrate some of the some of the financial settings with PS and maybe third party, so those kind of settings will become on this. So you need to check whether these are the settings is enabled or disabled. Okay, as per your basic requirement, you can activate it or you can deactivate it. Any doubt on this global settings?
No, so basically, we follow this setting at the start, maintaining the settings for PPM, right? I mean, it is relevant for your bucket setup and all.
So not
The
only bucket,
portfolio.
not only bucket, it is applicable to your portfolio types,
Portfolio. Yeah.
bucket types, then initiatives, then items.
So it is like in PS, we create project profile first. So in PPM, we do this setting.
No, portfolio type we need to create, but before that, these global settings also we need to do the some sort of an enables or disables whichever is required. Time to time when we go to the our sessions, right? So I'm
Yeah.
going to explain you what exactly and how we're going to do. But these are the high levels, like in a BC sets. If you understand the BC set, like some of the functionalities can be activated, can be deactivated, right?
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to work with a larger projects, so we need to activate it. We need to go to the BC set and we need to activate for the handling a large projects.
Yes.
Correct. Similar kind of a setting. Instead of going to the BC sets, okay, so SAP has given you some sort of an standard functionalities like this 0, 10, 0, 08. Or again, under this also there is a program has been written. That is a standard programs. So if you wanted to use those programs, you can take it further. Then, as I said, right? So language, it is by default is deactivated. If I want that language to be activated, so I have activated that one.
So just one doubt,
Mhm.
like for item number 10, it is
Mhm.
pertaining to FI and CO. So what
Yes.
would be, in connection with our PS module out of this list?
See, these are the
If we,
these are
try to identify the PS settings, so is there any relevant
yeah
area here?
these financial planning, this capacity planning, these financial switches, okay, and these are the some default SAP, okay, and this rolling initiative you wanted to roll up or roll not, this we need to activate it. So by default, these are all are activated,
Oh,
okay. Along with if there is any some third party like maybe Primavera integrations and all, further we need to do the some other activations for that.
okay.
Okay, I'll show you when we'll come to integration with the PS and PPM. Then these settings again we will come and we will going to show you how it is going to like, because it is very initial stage. So that's the reason I'm not going to that much. But when we come to the risk management scoring models, again I'll come and I'll show you which are the things is important, which is not important. So you can activate it or you can deactivate it.
Yeah, understood.
Okay, similarly for schedulings and staffing, resource management and all. So what the system is telling, like these are the basic settings which I provided. If you want, you can activate or deactivate. But instead of doing over here, you go to the override this default settings. So you need to identify whichever is required, whichever is not required. You can activate or deactivate. Like I just gave an example, like 50 I have activated, right?
Yeah.
So you need to activate or deactivate with reference to whatever the settings, like it might be X, it might be sometime it is a yes, sometime you have to put the some alphanumeric keys, okay, like that.
Yeah, understood.
Okay. Along with, if you have like in future, if you want to do the some customizations, it might be applicable to the local level or maybe global level. That is also you need to first the configuration should come over here. Then you need to decide whether it has to be the locally applicable or globally applicable. Globally means it will be applicable to all your portfolio types. It can be any portfolio types. Under that portfolio, maybe your buckets, initiatives, items, everything will go into applicable. If you say no, only this kind of in a portfolio type, it should be applicable, and this type of in a maybe initiatives or item is applicable. So you need to write a piece of code and you need to assign over here. and based on that you can decide whether it is applicable to particularly that portfolio type only or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, then you have to test language, as we said, like these are the some languages. If you wanted to add something, so you can go, these are the predefined languages which is provided by the SAP. Okay, you can select and you can assign.
Yeah.
I'm not able to hear you saying, you're saying something.
No. So I was saying like, yeah, okay.
Okay, so if I'm adding a Russian, okay, earlier there is a no Russian language, so if you can see, there is a Russian language also. So you can
Yes.
select the Russian language and you can proceed further. Okay.
Yeah.
Then this is an employee formats. Okay, so this is an integration with the HR modules as well as the BP. Okay, business partners. So whatever the BPs and the along with the HR master you have been linked, according that you have to take this some sort of a format for that. Okay, for suppose with respect to some of the countries, okay, only first name, last name, or maybe address is required. Some of the countries may say like I need also the telephone numbers and all. So as per the country specific, you can take the something like if I go to the US specific, so maybe some of these are the formats is required. Why? Because of when you assigning the people, along with the people is a stakeholders, like he might be approving your stages. Okay, he might be rejecting, or he will get some sort of a notifications, or he might be the responsible of the initiatives or items. Okay, so those kind of things will come. So for that reason, instead of going the entire HR master data, system has given you some sort of these formats. So based on these formats, okay, you're going to assign those resources, okay, with respect to his employee ID. So system will automatically fetch this background. These are the things. And whenever you try to link the workflows and all, so entire data will go and it will going to show you like his first name, last name, is date of birth or something, whatever it may be. So whatever these are the some predefined SAP has provided. Okay, so as per the your business requirement, you can take it further as a country specific.
Yeah. So
Okay.
constant is like we are giving some names over here. It is like,
Sorry, can you tell me once again?
so in the constant column, so what we are
No,
putting?
it is a range up to this many range, like 40 character, 30 character range.
Okay.
Okay, so mostly like we try to go with the first name, last name, okay, and his telephonic address or his mail address. That's it. Rest all it is not required. But as per the business requirement, if there is something, then you can take it further. Okay, so these are the country specific. You're going to assign this, and this is the units of a measure. Like these are the standards only, so no need to change anything. So these are the standard only. But in future, if you have any some other units of measures, if you have, you can assign over here. So these are the standard one. If you want, you can use these units of measure. If you have any further like changes into units of measure, some countries they might have some different setup. So those setup can be defined over here. So whenever you try to take that units of measure, based on that system will act, because all the notifications and everything will be linked with this units of measures.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these are the some of the global settings for that. We're going to discuss later on when we come to the workflows and all. Actually, this is not required at this stage, but when we come to our that workflow settings and all, again we'll come and discuss.
Yeah.
Okay, but only one thing I can say, whenever you're going to work with this workflows, right, you need to activate that partner. So I'll show you what is that partner. System a bit slow. Okay, so in this ppm FRO, okay, you need to assign you need to activate. By default it is an activated mode only, but in real time it is been deactivated. You need to activate that one. I need to assign the agent. So based on these agents only, the workflow will going to trigger. The system is a bit slow. So okay, I think it's taking some more time. I'm not sure why it is. We'll again discuss that workflow settings actually when we come to that initiatives and item level, right? Then at that time we need to activate that one. So I wanted to discuss once again with you those things. Okay, I'll discuss once again this workflows. Okay.
Yeah.
And this financial year variant, this is very important. Okay, whenever we try to integrate with any financial as well as the our capacity management, like which is nothing but our HRs and all. So this financial year variant is very important. So that we need to work with our FSCO guys. So whatever the variant they're going to tell us, that we need to activate. So this is the same like your FSCO model only. So whatever they try to do, everything will going to reflect over here.
So it is by default coming here.
Yeah, by default it will come. So whatever they could do the config, right? It may be a Z or maybe K4 or K3 or K1. By default automatically come.
Yeah. Okay.
This we need to coordinate with our FSCO guys, and according that we need to select. So this is not our job, but I don't know. Do you understand how the financial year variants and everything we're going to create and config?
No. I think we leave it to the FI guys.
Yeah, leave it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then this.
But that will automatically populate in that table, no?
Yes,
So we just
yes.
have to select that particular fiscal year variant.
Correct. No, nowadays, no, actually what happening like PS persons, they try to do this financial variants and configs and at all. Why? Because there is a no CO guy. So most of the time, like PS guys also try to create this one. So if you have a knowledge, then you can try it. If you do not have a knowledge, then leave it. This is a very big topic actually. But
That's
mostly,
good.
yeah. So mostly they try to do by the finance guy only.
Yes.
Yeah, but whatever they do the config, right, everything will get reflect over here.
Yes. That will ease out our life.
Yeah, correct. See, as you can see, this and y for someone is created, so it's going to reflect. No need to worry for that. But this financial year variant is very important for us because when we try to create our portfolio type, right, during that time, this financial year variant we need to give it. Otherwise, for financial plannings as well as the capacity planning, system will give you a lot of an error. It will not going to transfer the data. it will not going to reflect the data. So this variant is very important.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, again this interest rate. So interest rate will be also required. Okay, so this is also done by our FSU consultants. Okay, so based on that, there are some standard reference rates they have provided. Okay, so I don't know which they're going to take it, or if there is any Z kind of anything, that is also there up to them. So we need to get it from the interest rate, because whenever you're going to calculate the ROI, okay, rate of an interest based on the rate on investment ROI calculations, during that time this interest calculation should be happen on a automatically against a background. Because if I'm working on a 10-15 projects and I'm giving it this much of an amount, that bucket level or initiative levels, so the stakeholders like higher managements may be interested, what is the ROI I'm getting by putting this much of my money, how much how much of profit I'm going to gain, right?
Yes.
So for that reason, this interest rate is also required, but during this time it is not required. But when we come to our financial plannings and calculation, no, during that time we require. We can assign some by default some reference rate, but in future this will be worked. We need to work with the finance folks.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Similarly, if you have a some interest rates, okay, from which state to which state it is valid, that is also done by our finance folks. For suppose if they're taking this is one reference, okay, they will say from this date to this date, this is the rate. If there is some other references they are taking, might be they changing some valid from date. Maybe 1 year it is going to valid for a 1%, maybe one after that maybe it is a 1.3%. That is depend like monthly basis or quarterly basis or half yearly basis or yearly basis. That is depend on the purely a finance. Whatever they're going to tell, according that we need to configure this part. This we need to do. That is not done by finance folk, but we need to ask them what is the interest rate and the periods, from which period to which period this is unapplicable, and what is the reference.
Yeah. So reference is what basically?
Reference like I just show you, right? These are the standard things they have provided, weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis, like that, with reference to that financial cost centers. So they're going to create this one.
Yeah.
It can be Z or it can be standard.
Right. Got it. Yeah.
So based on this, we need to assign those and we need to ask them what is the interest rate from this period to this period. What is the interest rate that we need to configure?
Yeah.
Okay, so till now, any doubt or here except this workflow?
No, we are good.
Okay. Now I'll go to here. So that is the global settings. Okay. That global settings parts also I have given over here. Okay, in this PPT, you will get that. So once you've done that global settings, right? Global setting customization process is done. Then you need to create a portfolio type. This portfolio type is nothing but a project profile. And all this will be categorized under the dependent settings. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this portfolio type, you're going to create a one portfolio type. Under that, whatever the basic configuration like regarding your buckets, your items or initiatives, and financial element plannings or global settings, whatever the basic settings we have done in the global level, everything we need to assign into this portfolio type one.
Yeah.
Okay. So for that, we need to go to again this SAP portfolio and project management, come to the portfolio management, then go to this global settings. Then here you have to come to the portfolio dependent settings. Okay, click on this dependent settings, click on the portfolio type. So initially I have created some of the portfolio types. Okay. So I'll take it. All Z is there. Okay, no issue. So click on a new. Okay, you write it as per your business requirement. So I'm just giving like G or a Y PPM. IT PPM, or if you have any I don't know if you're working from IT relevant or maybe some other practices, that is also we can test it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here, as I said, like this financial year variant is important. Okay. So whichever the financial year variant you have, that you need to select, whether it is in a K3, K4. Okay, for US specific, I'm just considering this is in a K4. But if you're in India specific, something like that, if you try to do, maybe you can select from here. So I'm just trying to take it from the K4 only. Okay. Then this is a transfer type. Okay. On what basis frequently you're going to transfer or you're getting the data from portfolio management to the project management, or from project management to portfolio management? It's maybe yearly basis, overall basis, yearly and overall, financial periodic plannings. Okay, like this, whichever is required for you.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll take it both like yearly and overall. Okay, in first for a reference point of view, but in future, whichever is applicable, you can take it. So if you select the yearly basis, means only yearly basis specifically, like the plannings will be also done by the yearly specific one, like 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and like that. And you need to select that financial year, and based on that you're going to transfer to further project systems, or maybe if you've done the planning in a project systems, or maybe CPM, or maybe a Primavera, wherever maybe you've done the planning, that is also you get from the yearly basis only.
So basically, transfer of your planned financial values you are talking about, right?
Yeah,
Or there
financial
are
year.
other.
Not only for that, the capacity, like whatever the resources you're going to plan. Okay, so that is also based on the yearly basis only. So in real time scenario, we try to get it like a periodic wise and yearly wise in real time inside. So most of the
Yeah.
thing I have seen yearly basis as well as the periodic basis. Correct. So
You need to say the first one yearly only, no?
no, yearly means I'm saying
Period
even
period covered under yearly option, no?
yearly, overall, yearly and overall. Yearly means it will show you like financial year 2022, 2023, 2024, like that. Overall means maybe 4 years or a 5 years or 6 years span of the project. System will show you that 5 years span in one shot. If you say yearly and overall, system will show you yearly basis as well as the overall basis. Whichever is feasible, you can select and you can transfer the data or you can get the data. If I say financial periodic plan, means every monthly you're doing the plannings, okay, and you're getting the monthly plannings maybe from the downside system. It can be PS or it can be C projects, maybe internal orders or a PM order, PP order, like that. If you say financial year plannings, periodic wise as well as the yearly wise. So this is the mostly which we try to use, because monthly wise maybe I'll do the plannings, and yearly wise also I can do the plannings, and I can transfer it, or I can retrieve the data from the down systems. Correct. So this is which you created, this one. So whenever I try to create any portfolio, Okay, it will be come to from this YPPM only. So I'll try to save it. Okay. Under this, further we need to do the all other settings. Like if there is a status relevant activities, or there is an initiative relevant activities, or a financial relevant activities, or a item relevant activities. Further, whenever you do the configurations, each and every configuration we need to link from this portfolio type only, because I'm going to work on this portfolio.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct. If you have multiple portfolio, you can assign the multiple portfolio, and you can work on the multiple portfolios already.
Yeah. Correct.
Once you're going to save this, okay, now you can go to this one. If you try to create the new portfolio, you will get that YIT PPM. Okay, the recently which we just now created.
Right. Yeah. You can see that.
Right, instead of this YIT PPM, we can go with so close. We'll try to sorry. We'll try to put the in Chrome itself only. Actually, this is getting some issue. So here, as you can see, the SAP IT PPM. Something I'm just giving a name, but we'll try to go with some real-time examples. So if I'm going to click on this, then you click on the continue. Okay. System will ask you the name, IDs. Okay. The type is automatically come. You can give the some sort of descriptions. So the statuses like active, inactive, these are the standard one only. You cannot change anything. But in future, if you want some other status, that is also we can add it. But most of the cases, we try to keep it these are a standard only. So if you say inactive, means whatever the projects you created under this, like it can be initiatives and items, everything will be get deactivated. And when no
So
longer
inactive or deactive means this portfolio is not feasible or approved, something like that. Say that.
no means you're no longer using this portfolio.
Yeah. So why I'm not going to use that portfolio? Because that is not viable, feasible to the business.
Maybe it is like that, or maybe whatever the projects you have been created, something like that. Maybe you're shifting that portfolio to the next portfolio.
So obvious for the business reasons, we are making it
Business
inactive.
results, correct. If I try to give an example, like maybe uh, something like if you go to the some mutual funds, okay. If I am the portfolio of the some of the mutual funds, maybe I have created some 4 or 5 portfolios, correct. But one of the things, maybe it is not performing well, and maybe every investor has taken their monies and all. I may not be interested for that, so I can close that. So no longer I'm going to post any activities on that. My projects, initiatives, everything I'll go list, and I'll try to move it to the next any other portfolio.
So when you take that decision, like this should be inactive or not going to be used.
That is completely business. Like if I'm working some of the projects, okay, multiple projects, and you think like that projects is not feasible, whatever the projects I'm working on, that maybe 4 or 6 projects only, the projects are everything is going on a red mark, okay, and no investor is try to invest into money into those projects. So ultimately I need to close the projects, right?
So based on ROI, can we say that?
Not only ROI, it is depend on your budgets and all. So like initially you said me like you try to give me some tasks, and I have performed those tasks. But I need some extra resources. I need some extra cost on that. Correct. So business is not ready for that to proceed further. They can close that.
Yeah.
It's completely depend on the lot of things, like schedulings or a market evaluations or maybe your ROA calculations. Okay, there are a lot of things, like it is not like only the simple we can say to close this. There are a lot of matrix. Based on the matrix, business will take a decisions.
Yeah, understood. And what is this ID field here?
Yeah, so this ID, so this is nothing but we try to give the project identification code, right?
So manually we enter some value here.
Correct. So whenever you try to create any project, so you try to put some ID.
So
The project definition. The
in
project
my
definition.
case, yeah, project definition. Okay, okay.
So
Project
similarly,
definition, internal order, or something like that.
project, whenever you try to create a project definition, so you try to put the some running number, right? You know the running number, you try to put it. If not, then we'll get it and we'll try to put it, right? Similarly, here also we need to give the some ID.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take you one of the projects which we created. This is General Electric. So when I come to first I need to give the some sort of in a description what exactly this. Okay, and this is the General Electric one sort of portfolio. Okay, under the portfolio I am going to create a capex, opex, and all. So this is my type, and I say it is an active, and this is I just given an ID like G1. So just G1 will be given to the all your buckets, initiatives, items, and all. And downstreams also, whenever you're going to create a project, right, it will be start with your G1.
Okay.
Then there will be the running number.
So you need to say in project definition, project will start with this G1 number.
G1, then running number.
So that again, that config we have to maintain, like in TS, project coding mass and all.
Project coding mass. So in project coding mass, we'll start from the G1. I'm just giving an example.
Sure.
G1 something running number or some alphanumeric, whatever you're going to give. So whatever you're going to mention or G1, then the numbers and running number in the initiatives or an item, right? The same background, the projects will get created automatically. You're not going to create manually in the PS or a C projects. From here itself only, it will automatically trigger and system will create a projects with reference to whatever the structure you try to give it, WBSS network activities and everything. And whatever the financial planning you do, everything will get transferred to the downstream, like your C projects or a PS projects or any other, like if you're integrating with any MS projects or a Primavera like that. So
but
this
supporting config should have been maintained in PS then, huh?
Basic integrations that setting we need to do. That's what I said, right? Whenever you try to do the configurations, these are the 3 levels of configurations. So whatever we are doing, it is in a portfolio type only, correct? After that, when we come to the project management like C projects, that is configuration depend on this portfolio, project management. Then when we try to integrate something with the PS projects or SE projects or in any third party, then in this common function, we need to do the lot of configuration for that. Okay.
Yeah.
So here also some of the configuration which is going to link with your PS and all, but that stage is not yet came because that initiatives we need to discuss and we need to discuss the items and all. Then we'll come to that integration stage. So we are in very beginning.
Just wanted to understand the field functions.
Yeah.
That ID field is mandatory, no?
Yes, these are the mandatory. Okay. So this is also config. Which are the fields you wanted to be the mandatory? Which are the fields you want to do with the maybe you can also suppress, you can hide it, or you can say optionals also.
Just one doubt, again, as this ID field is a free text field, basically, right?
Correct, correct.
Now you have entered G1 by mistake. Let's say someone entered FE1, and that project coding mask is not there, or that required configuration is not there. So there will be an error then, right? While creation of project and WBA structure.
Correct. So for that reason, we need to implement one baddie. So what the system will do, system will pick the automatic number range. Whatever the number range you have, that will picked automatically, and system will automatically put that number range. No need to give the anything. When you try to create a new initiatives or a item, so system will pick that number range from the background itself. Or else there is
chances are there, like user will make a mistake here by entering the wrong number, or
I completely understand. So for that, SAP has provided one note. Okay, if you want, you can implement that note. But unfortunately, that note is a paid one. That's not a free of cost. Okay, so if you try to implement the note, so it will take care of everything. Otherwise, there is a baddie. I'll show you the baddie, and you can write a piece of code over there. So your system will automatically pick that number range, and automatically it will give you.
So automatically, you mean to say in ID, do I have to give any number, or automatically?
No, nothing you need to. In real time, it will show you gray mode like this only. Okay, like some gray mode like this. And when you try to create a initiatives or a item, right? Correct. So automatically, when you try to save it, system will automatically generate that number.
So in our training, are we going to see that, or we are going to use the manual one?
No, manual one only. That is the enhancement, right?
Yeah, enhancement.
I can give you the baddies and all. Okay.
Yes.
So, and also the note number. So if it is an applicable in upcoming any future, you can use it.
Sure. Understood.
Right. So you need to give this name. Type will be picked automatically, and this ID you need to provide. And this is a only one-time activity, right? You're not going to change the portfolio multiple times. So portfolio management will be like maybe a 5 years or 6 years span of that maybe you try to inactivate this portfolio. So initially you try to put the only very beginning. So whatever the ID you're going to give, the same ID will go to the down, like to bucket level, item level, initiative levels, and all. Correct?
Yeah.
Then description, what is the scope on this kind of anything, very high levels you want, you can maintain. And always system will give you an active only. And who created, when they created, if they done any sort of changes, you'll get from here. Okay. And what is this financial calendar year? That is also going to reflect.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the first levels of a screen. Correct. Then you will get this documents and the miscellaneous also when you try to create. Rest will become otherwise, like it will not going to come in our case. Why? Because of the config is not yet done. If you done the config, like items, initiative, templates, these collections, everything will come later on. So because this is my earlier projects which we created, so based on that it is reflecting, but in our case it will not come. It will show you only these documents and the miscellaneous. So documents and notes, if you click on this, this is also we need to do the configurations. Okay, so high level I'm just trying to show you, because once you get the your credentials, again we'll do this config parts and all, right? So here here are documents and notes. So you can assign the documents. Okay, just click on the new entries, or you can create a new folder. Here I can see the created a new folder as a GE. Okay, under that, if you wanted to create a new document, click on this and you can assign the new document. Either it can be URL link, or maybe any sort of descriptions, or if any documents if you have, you can upload from here. It will come automatically. Like here I can see like SAP PPM some document I have uploaded, and this is also done with reference to the authorizations. If you have authorizations, You can check. If you do not have a authorization, system will not allow you to the check this documents, whatever you have been uploaded. Okay, so authorizations also need to important. So these authorization, whatever the authorizations we have, that will come to the your miscellaneous, like your ACL concept. ACLs we have a concept, right? Whether based on the project requirements, you can assign the some of the resources to your subordinates, or maybe you can delegate the task. Whether it can be any approval processes, or maybe he is a person responsible, or you wanted to give only the read access, or he can do the admin access also, or it can be only a writing access. Like that, you can give over here. If you say none, system will not allow you to do anything. Like maybe you are a part of my project, but if I taken your name as a none, means you cannot able to see any of my portfolio objects or networks, or sorry, items or initiatives or a bucket. If I give any admin access, means like me, you can do anything. If I give it only write option, means you can write, you cannot delete anything. If I say read options, you can also read only. If I give the create options, means you can also create, like admin, like that only. But admin is something like you can create, delete, release, everything you will get it. So if I say person responsible, means you are the person responsible who will get the all the notifications along with the workflow. If I'm not selected you as a person responsible, okay, then it won't come to you. Who are the
Yeah.
project stakeholders? I need to take the decisions over here. Okay, it can be applicable to the portfolio level as well as your bucket level, initiative levels, item levels. You can also inherit. Okay, so if you go to the item level, you can change this. Maybe some of the persons you may not require, you can change those names, and as per the business requirement you can give them. Like it might be only a read options, you cannot give the any write option to them, right? If he is in a, you're giving a writing options, maybe he is a person responsible, some approval mechanisms or something like that.
Yeah.
These are the standard workflows which I'm telling to you. But in future, if there is some matrix kind of things, then yeah, you can also implement as per the business requirements.
Yeah.
So this is a high level which I'm just trying to give you. But once you get an access and all, you can do the further configurations. So again, we'll do the same configurations on this. We're going to start the fresh configurations for this portfolio type, and we try to create a portfolios. Then we'll come to the further levels of like how you're going to create and how you're going to assign the buckets, what are the basic configuration we need to do for the bucket levels and all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So any doubts, any confusion for today's sessions?
Not exactly, I mean, because we have just gone through the overview, so I'm okay with that. So maybe by tomorrow we'll go, the structure, like we'll
Yeah,
start
again
with some
we'll
theory.
start from
Yeah.
we'll start from the first theory and we'll come from the project types again.
Yeah. So whatever you have shown me, is understood. So no issues in that. But we will go into the structure more tomorrow.
Structure format, yeah. One
Yeah.
project specific structure format will go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to, have a real-time project config, Naveen, based out of your experience, which
Yeah,
is
that's what like
widely used.
the GE and all which I have worked like aerospace industries. So that I try to give in over here, and Tata Motors also have worked. So those kind of an information I just high level I try to provide it.
That
Okay. Yeah. One thing I wanted to know from you, like, is it possible to morning like 9 a.m. to like 11 a.m.?
So I'm working for Indian client, and I have to be in office by 9 a.m.
Oh,
That is the issue.
okay. Okay. No issue.
And in
Actually,
office,
time is starting from European, so I try to log
yeah,
in 11. And
my previous client was European only. But unfortunately, I'm at client office now in Mumbai. So basically, I stay in Pune, and I travel back to Pune on Friday night. So even on Friday, I won't be possible. But Friday, we can have it in the first half. I mean, I can manage with that. Can we start early, like 8 to 9, 9:30? That is okay with me.
8 to no 8:30 actually, no 8:15 I had to drop to my son to school. That's the reason. Maybe 7 a.m. we can start. Is it okay for you? 7 to 8.
Yes, morning is fine. Yeah, morning can be.
7 to 8, is it okay?
Yeah.
8:15 like that.
Yeah. Tomorrow, in the morning till 9, I'm available. 9, let's say 9:30.
No, 8:15, 8:20 I need to drop
I
as well.
understood. I'm just
And
getting your
the
my
10
times.
15 minutes we can take a break. Then we can continue till 9 if you are okay. Maybe you're going to reach the office at what time?
Go by 9, 9:50.
So you based out from Pune location, correct?
Yeah, but currently I'm in Mumbai.
And okay, so that is okay with you, right? The timings and all with the office.
Which time you said morning one?
Morning, like we're going to start from 7 a.m. If you okay, 7 to 8 or 8:15. If not
Yeah.
possible, then we can continue in the evening, like 8 to 9, 9:30.
No, even morning time is okay for me. No problem in that. But what else we can do? So how we are planning? I mean, how many days in a week?
I always prefer like morning because we are a fresh, right? So that might still be, as I feel like that will be good to start.
Let's start at the morning then. Even I'm also early morning. Work, so no issue. I wake up in the I wake up early in the morning.
Okay, so no issue. Then Friday we're going to continue on the morning session. So tomorrow we'll continue on the evening session. Again from Monday for Friday onwards, we'll try to switch to the morning sessions. Then.
So how many sessions in a week you're planning?
Planning for the 5 sessions, but if you can tell me like alternate, that is also okay.
No. We can wrap quickly. And how many sessions you're expecting to finish this levels?
Like you can consider like 30 to 35 hours. Okay. So you can think like maybe 1 to 1.5 hours a day. So it will take you the 30, 35 hours. So consider like at least some 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah, so you tell me, Naveen. I'm fine with the morning or evening anytime. It is just like on Friday evening, I won't be available. And on
Yeah.
Monday morning. Friday evening and Monday morning, I will be traveling.
Okay. So we'll do Friday morning. Okay. And Monday we'll do the evening. And rest of the day, like if you're available, then we'll continue on the mornings only.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So tomorrow we'll start from the evening 8 p.m. only. And Friday we'll go with the morning, like
morning.
7 a.m.
Yeah. So invite will be sent accordingly, na? I mean, so
Yeah. You will get the invite according that one.
yeah, then I'm okay with the timings. No worries.
Okay. Yep. Sure. So thank you and
Yeah,
have a good day.
thank you. So you're operating from which location?
Yeah, I based out from the Hyderabad location currently, but I based on from the Mumbai only. Currently, I'm in Hyderabad.
Oh, okay. So can I get your number in case I have to convey my
No,
timings,
sorry, I cannot give the these numbers.
because it is only because of to cover the times. In
No,
case
they will update you each and everything. No need to worry for that. There is a group for that, and they keep on updating you and me.
no, that's fine. But in case
Hmm.
I have any emergency in between, or I have to change the timing in the last moment, so you should be informed to you, right?
No,
So
that's what I'm saying. There is a group for that. Okay, WhatsApp
okay,
group, and if
okay.
you're updating from that group, they'll going to intimate me. Or if I
Yeah,
have any problems for that, maybe if I'm not going to continue,
that's what.
So I'll
Last minute
prior,
changes. Yeah.
yeah, prior to inform 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever it may be, they will inform us. No need to worry about that. They have a strong this kind
That's
of
fine.
a setup.
Yeah, that's fine. It was the intention.
Yeah, because Naveen has also said that we no need to give to the any contact details to this kind
No,
of
that's fine.
things. So
That's
that's
fine.
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely understandable. No,
Yeah. Sure. So we'll continue tomorrow then. Yeah.
at the same time, no?
Yeah. Same time, 8 p.m.
Okay, that will do.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Thank you, Naveen. Yeah.
Bye. Thanks. Bye. Yeah. Sorry. Just give me the 1 second. I'm just dropping you one mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So I hope yesterday you gone through some of this meeting. Have you checked anything?
No, Willow, because I didn't get the recording or, I don't have the system actually. So
Okay.
unfortunately, I could not check anything.
Okay. I thought you might be having some access for that.
No,
That's
no,
fine.
no. I checked with the team, but no one replied actually. Who is there in this call? I mean, is it Naveen or Hansini?
Yeah, Naveen, I think Naveen is there, or maybe who is the folk?
They are not replying. Hello? Anyone here from Expertsoft?
I think I'll ask to the Naveen then. Naveen or maybe some more madam is there. Not sure.
She
They
should be
might.
active, no, at least for 5 10 minutes.
Um, correct.
Yeah.
No issue. So let me share my screen. Uh, uh, I think recording is started, right? Where is that file? And I think you also got the this one, right? Uh, course content.
Course content I have not seen.
Okay. So let me share 1 second. There is a problem. Can you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were in this. So yesterday we tried to create a one portfolio type, and before that, I think some global customization settings we have done. So again, I'll come to over here. Excel file I'll try to create everyone. So Labs Private Limited is one. I'm just assuming. Okay, Labs Private Limited is one company. Okay, under that you're going to give the some sort of an implementations. Okay, one may be when you're going to create a structure, right? So initially, like a bucket will come like first. Initially, will be the IT. Then maybe I'm just assuming they have a different sort of a businesses like real estate also. So some companies they will say, okay, Labs Review Limited, IT only is my one of the product which I'm going to deal with this Labs Private Limited. Again, I'm going to create a one more portfolio. Okay, then I'm going to create a one more real estate for that. So that is as per my understanding and as per the standard PMI. Okay, portfolio management also. So it is a wrong approach. So instead of creating that, you can create a one company. Okay, under that one company means it is all the group of companies. Under that, you can create a how many segments you have, business segments, and you can define those business segments. Then under that again you can create a one more structures or a two more structures for the buckets. Again, maybe IT, there are a different type of a projects. Okay, maybe POC kind of projects, or maybe implementation kind of projects, or maybe only support kind of projects. So that is also come under your bucket structure.
Yeah.
Under that bucket structure, again you can define like there might be a capex kind of projects or opex kind of projects, or maybe customer billable projects. If you wanted to bit down again, then you're going to create, if it is in a kind of in a capex, you might be go some of the capex kind of projects with R&D kind of an activities, like saving like investment kind of projects and all. And under that you can create a either C projects or a PS projects. Okay, so the PS projects you cannot create directly under the investment projects. Okay, for that you need at least a one item. Under the item you're going to create a either a PS projects or maybe C projects. But if it is C projects, you can create it in the investments as well as the item projects. So
Yeah.
investment and IT. Okay, item, sorry, not IT, item. Item, it is in a last leg of your portfolio. That is called a portfolio projects. So where you do the all the financial activities and all, means plannings, then that you're going to transfer further to your lower level.
Okay.
Okay. So typically, if I say the project portfolio management is centralized management systems that can be a one or a more portfolio. As I said, like I'm considering only one portfolio over here. But if you go to the typical banking industries and all, they might going to create different portfolios, because if they have something like a mutual funds and also definitely they're going to create a uh, portfolio, and there is a linkage of this one portfolio to the another portfolio. If you want, you can also link for that. Okay, one
So
or a more.
linking what by linking what we exactly do here, linking the portfolios. Are
Linking the
we
portfolio.
transferring the values, planned values, resources, something like that?
No. You're not going to transfer anything. Okay, there is called in a reporting point of view. Okay, so maybe you are in charge of both portfolios. Okay, so you can get that what if analysis, and you can link with this both portfolio along with this projects, and you will come to understand what exactly is going on into the two different portfolios.
Okay.
You cannot transfer the values. Whatever the values you are getting or you planning, it will be under that only. But you can get the data access and you can link those portfolios or their buckets or maybe items or initiatives. If you are a person responsible of that portfolio, okay, in charge of those portfolio, then you can link for those parts. So currently, I'm considering this will be a one portfolio, but in real time, it might be more than one also. Okay, that will depend on that. But as per my past on experience, I try to give always like in a one portfolio, and you can distribute as in a bucket structure, right? Portfolio and involve identifying, prioritizing. So you need to prioritize which projects you wanted to execute, on what basis you wanted to execute. You can prioritize task. Okay, with respect to day-to-day activities or maybe planning activities or forecasting activities, or based on the financial activities, you can prioritize those things. And as we discussed yesterday, like there is an authorizations. So based on the your business requirement, you can give the ACL authorizations. Apart from that, there is a 5 different authorizations. Okay, those authorizations again we're going to discuss. Then controlling of the projects. So main, there is an important factor for this controlling of the projects. So how you're going to control based on the your statuses, okay, based on the your triggering point, based on the, your notifications, okay, based on the your other factor, whatever the risk factors you have, based on that you can control the projects plannings as well as the execution both. Okay.
Yeah.
So projects is nothing but here is the items. Always remember projects is nothing but items. Okay. And programs will going to represent as in a buckets or maybe a initiatives also, because sometimes the programs will be represented as a bucket, because under the bucket you can directly allocate the projects. Okay. Or if you wanted to do the some sort of a investment kind of in a projects, under that investments also you can link with the projects. Okay. Then you do the other activities like document management systems or any others if you want. Those kind of things can be done, and you can archive, okay, as per the your business strategy. Like the project, some of the projects may be completed, you can archive also those projects. This is the main objective of the SAP portfolio and project management. Okay. Apart from that, we will also going to do this controlling object. There are a lot of things like you're going to do the scoring models, you're going to do the matrix managements, okay, you're going to do the controlling, sorry, KPIs. Then there is some status managements. There is a gate strategies. Based on that, you're going to do the controlling of these projects, whether if you are approving or disapproving those statuses. Based on that, project will be get controlled. So that's we're going to discuss later on, but currently we are in this stage only. So any concerns and doubt of this basic theoretical part?
No, no, we are good.
Or if you have any like structure in your mind, that is also we can discuss. Okay.
So first would be your project portfolio type, then bucket, initiative, and then item. No, that is the hierarchy. No?
Yeah, this is the hierarchy. Let me share you. This is the hierarchy. This is a portfolio. Okay, strategy like companies or something, you're going to create this portfolio. Then there is this is called a bucket structure. So all these will be bucket structures or programs. You can consider this is also in a programs.
So bucket is program.
Bucket is in a header level where you're going to do all your financial activities, and later on you're going to transfer this data, and whatever the projects is working under these buckets. Okay, all the buckets, like all the projects, everything we're going to link over here. So if I click on this bucket, you'll get all the details. What is the health of that bucket, and keep on, you can click and you can come to the respective projects.
Okay.
This is the hierarchy. This is a portfolio. Then this is a bucket structure. Then if required, you can add the any sort of any initiatives under the bucket. Under the initiatives, you can add the projects. It can be C projects or a PS projects. If you do not have a initiative kind of anything like R&D activities and all, directly you can allocate this item. This is called a portfolio item. Directly you can allocate into this bucket.
What is the use of this initiative then? Can we skip that, or any unique purpose for this?
Initiatives basically, yeah, initiative basically we try to use for the R&D activities. Okay, but nobody was using that much of any initiatives.
Okay.
Okay, so basically I'll walk through what exactly this. The configuration points of everything is almost same. Okay, but there are some minor changes on that. So that will be applicable to your C projects and all. So if you want, if you are interested to allocate the any C projects against this initiative, you can assign. If you do not want, you can assign directly the C projects into this items only. It can be worked as an R&D activities as well as the initiatives. Okay, we're going to discuss this part. First, we're going to discuss this part, then we'll come to this part. Okay, then you're going to assign to the any of the your projects. Okay, that is the PES projects or maybe C projects or any third party like Primavera and all. And whatever the activities you're going to do on a day-to-day basis business transaction, everything will get updated over here. So if it is a link with this initiative, it will first update over here, then it will come to this. If not, then directly if you're linked over here, so it will going to update on this. Not only for the one projects, it will be a multiple projects.
So one bucket could have multiple initiatives.
Multiple initiatives, and one initiatives has a multiple projects.
Yeah, one to many relationship basically
One
between the
to
bucket
bucket and
initiative. Yeah.
buckets initiatives, initiative to items, or items to directly bucket.
So program, what you refer here to the program. So program is a top level bucket.
Yeah, programs I refer always this as a buckets only. Okay. Why? Because of the if I'm not taking the initiatives as in a programs, directly I'm considering this bucket as in a program, because under this bucket I have a multiple projects. So if it is a multiple projects means that is nothing but a program. So it is a one group.
Program. Okay.
This is a one group. Say like CapEx, it is a one group of projects. OPEX, one group of projects. Billable projects is a one group of projects. So there is a multiple projects, right? So later on, if you wanted to do the any yearly basis budgeting activities, you know about that yearly basis budget activities, right?
Yeah.
So that can be also done by in this bucket level. Okay, or directly you can link this bucket to SAC.
Okay.
Okay, from that whatever the budgeting you try to do on a yearly basis, that you can transfer back to this program level. From this program level you can transfer to the projects levels. Okay, but for that we need to write some piece of code, because we don't know for which project how many percentage you wanted to transfer.
Okay.
So that we need to write a piece of code, like every time I can because my values may get changed every time, because I have given a some 1 million over here, but 1 million how can I distribute to 10 different projects? So whatever the plannings I'm going to do under this item level, based on that system will automatically allocate from year to year whatever the budgets. That is a yearly based budget activities if you try to do under this bucket level. Otherwise, item level you can do the your financial planning, and it will update over here. From this, you can fetch this data to SAC.
SAC. What is that?
Can you repeat once again?
SAC. What is the term?
SAC is a analytical cloud, SAP analytical cloud.
Okay. So reporting basically.
Not only for reporting, in that you can also do the planning, okay, along with the reporting.
Okay. Yeah.
Both you can do in the SAC.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a very high level structure, and we try to create similar like this, and we try to integrate our other modules. Okay. So we need to go to our portfolio and project management. Then come to global settings. Then we need to go to the independent settings and define the portfolio types. I'll try to create a new one. It is I'll take this as an K4. But yesterday we have done this, and this I will take it as a periodic planning as well as the yearly plannings. Select and save. Okay, so this part we have done. So we need to create a one portfolio. The Edge is a bit slow. I told them to put that to Chrome only. So here we need to select that Labs Private Limited. Okay, this is my portfolio type. You can write it any names. I'm just giving an example. Okay. So as we discussed yesterday, like it is an any alphanumeric, so there is a no restrictions for this ID. You can put the anything like, okay.
Yeah.
And this should be always active, okay, by default. We're going to discuss what is the classifications and all. Currently, it is not yet required. Okay, so let me save this first. Okay, so once you've given this part, okay, then if there is a buckets and all, because we are not yet configured, that will come automatically. So once you're going to create the structure, then there is a documents and notes like which we discussed yesterday. If you have anything, like you can just click on the new document or a new folder. It will add you that new folder name. And you can add those any document over here. Okay, who created, when they created, everything will come. Select on this and assign the new document from here. Okay, with respect to if you have an authorizations and all, based on that you can add those documents. Similarly, like here, if you come to the ACL part, okay, so click on this add options. You'll get those users. So you can go over here, like you will get all the users names, and you can select to whom you wanted to give the authorization access and all. Based on that, system will trigger. Okay, whether it may be a read options only, or he may be a person responsible. So like that you can assign, and later on whenever it is come to inherit, like you wanted to inherit, so that is also possible.
This authorization is for viewing or changing the attached documents all to the portfolio type.
No, this is relevant for the portfolio type.
Entire portfolio type. Okay.
Entire your portfolio types. Okay, with respect to he can do the any sort of an write options only.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I thought whether it is relevant only for uploaded documents or what.
No, uploaded documents again you will get the another authorizations. Click on here, you will get this authorizations.
Authorization is there.
Yeah, so you can give the authorizations for that.
Correct.
Okay, so this is a very initial level. Now, if I come to the bucket level, I'm not gone through that field status. We'll come to that field status also, because here we need to that configurations, the field status one. We'll come to that later on, but bucket structure is important. We're going to discuss what is the bucket structure first, then we'll come to that. So where is it gone? Yeah. So here you can create a bucket, okay, but creating a bucket will not going to allow you because some basic configurations we need to do, okay. Then it will be going to allow us. There are some financial relevant activities and all that also we need to configure. That we're going to configure later on. But the basics things first we need to configure. Then we're going to create a bucket structure. Okay. So for that you need to come to go back. Now, whatever the settings you are trying to do, it is in a dependent settings. Okay. Then you need to go to the independent settings, portfolio independent settings. Okay. So here you need to first come to the capacity units. These are actually standard SAP mandatory fields, so that we need to configure. Otherwise, system will not allow you to do the any changes or updating into the buckets or creation of the buckets.
So we are going through the mandatory customized setting first, which are required.
Because the financial transactions, everything will come later on. So creating a structure part, I'm just going first. Okay, then we'll come to our initiatives and items. Then we'll come to our financial plannings. Then we'll come to integrations. Then we'll try to post the transaction into the PS model or C projects. Then again, whatever the actual data is posting against to those projects, right? That will be come and sit to your portfolio. So it will going to roll up to the from lower level to header level. Okay. So these are the standard like yearly or a monthly. These are the standard which is provided by the SAP. Okay. But in real time, whenever you try to implement, okay, this will you will get automatically. But if you wanted to change anything, you can do the changes over here. Okay. Then come to the currencies. Okay. So whatever the currencies like last time we have discussed with the languages, right? Similarly, here are some of the currencies we have. If you want to add the new currency, okay, so you can add the currency over here. Any currencies like which is relevant for that. But one thing, like if you not added any of the currencies over here, okay, these are the mandatory fields. If you not added any currency, system will not allow you to save anything. And also only these currencies applicable to your planning as well as the whatever the actuals you're getting. Based on these currency only system will do the conversions. Apart from that, maybe any other currencies you might be have, that currency will not going to be considered.
So you mean to say all the currency should be listed in this table here? in this?
Yeah, it is not required for all the currencies. Okay, these many currencies, I don't know if the required, then you can add it. But whatever the currencies is required based on the your business is working, right, these strategies, according that we need to add those currencies. Otherwise, you might be done the some sort of SOW value, and that in project system maybe you have entered the data, and based on the controlling area currency or a SOW currency or local currencies or a transition currency, conversion has been done. But when it is come to back to the PPM, it will not going to convert, because this conversion is not going to happen because of this currency IDs is not configured.
Yeah, understood.
Okay, so these currencies is mandatory. Okay, you need to configure as per the business requirement. So we're going to work on the USD and INR apart from the euros also. If any other dollars or any other GBPs, that you can add it. Okay, then this period type. Okay, so either you're going with the monthly. Okay, bi-monthly means every 2 months, every quarterly. These are the standard one which is provided by the SAP. We can use any of this. Okay, as per the your business requirement. If you do not want all those things, then you can delete that one. Okay, so this I have added like 36, 48, and 60. This I have added. So you will get in the standard system from 1 to 12. You will get this one. But if you had some of the projects, they might be going to do every 3 years of a spam of the projects, every 4 years or every 5 years or every 7 years. That is also applicable.
So this period we are creating for portfolio type or the project?
No, this is we are creating for the buckets currently. Okay, this is applicable to your items and initiatives also. So system will give you either. So I'm just trying to create a bucket, right? I'm going to show you. So whatever things you have been happening, like monthly basis means every monthly basis, system will allow you to create a financial planning in bucket level. Okay, the same can be transferred. Similarly, if the items for initiative levels also, if you want to do the monthly level basis, that is also possible.
So whatever selection you're doing it here, that can be used on your bucket, initiative, and item level.
Item, correct.
Okay.
And later on, if you want to do the some sort of changes, for suppose that by mistakenly while creating a bucket, you have put the annual level, okay. And maybe if you want to do the some sort of reporting point of view, or you want to do some changes, system will allow you to do the changes. No need to come to the config.
So
That's
annually means once in a year I'm doing the planning.
Yes.
Okay.
On the yearly basis, 2024, 2025, 2026, like that. So bucket level, we usually prefer the annual basis only, not by the monthly basis. But if you come to the initiatives or item level, it will be always a monthly level. That is a we try to as per the standard recipe also guiding the same thing. Like if you want to do the monthly basis, you can do that. Okay, in bucket level.
We cannot use, I mean, let's say monthly in bucket level, and let's say 6 monthly for initiative and item level.
No, no. Annual basis, we try to use the bucket level. Okay, but still system will allow you to do the planning in monthly basis also.
Okay.
Okay, there is a no restriction for that, like you have to do on an annual basis only. But in some of the system, maybe if you remove all those things, right? So suppose like I'm just removing. Okay, what the system will do, it is going to allow you only monthly basis. In whatever it may be, projects or maybe items or initiatives or your bucket levels, everything will be system considered only monthly level. In that case, you cannot convert that monthly into quarterly, yearly, or by monthly, means every 2 months, or yearly or 4 years, 5 years or span. That's the reason you can consider monthly, quarterly, half yearly, and yearly. At least these four configurations should be there.
Okay.
I'm just canceling. Okay. So these are the standard asset because this is our education purpose only. That's the reason it was there. But in real time, you won't get this 36, 48, and 60 also. Only you will get from 1 to 24. If you require, you can add over here. Okay. Rest other settings like statuses and all, it is also required, but that is not mandatory to creating a structure. When we go to the that status levels and all, right? Again, we're going to discuss the field values and the status level configs and all. But currently, these are the things is very important.
Yeah. So
You need-
one thing I'm repeating here,
yeah, please.
So on bucket level, we are doing annually for financial, and same in the same way we can do it for initiative and item level in period wise, like monthly, no?
Monthly wise also you can do, quarterly you can do, and yearly also you can do. That is based on your
So
config.
if on the top level, if we select annually, even then we can do it in monthly or quarterly or for the below items like initiative items.
Correct. You can do that.
And that is the ideal way of keeping the settings, no?
Yes. Why? Because of annual basis, you do the budgetings in your bucket level, correct?
Yeah.
You're not going to monthly wise, they not going to do. Only yearly basis, they'll do this type of practices. Okay. The top level buckets. The below level buckets, again, if you want, you can do the cascade from that. Okay. And you can do the changes in monthly basis or maybe quarterly basis or half yearly basis. If you do not want, you can keep it like that only yearly basis. So system by default, it will give you a yearly basis because the parent is yearly basis only. But when you try to create a initiatives or a item level, we try to prefer with the monthly basis, right? Because it is very helpful. Like every month wise, they wanted to see the what is the health of the project at the financial point of view. They want to check the P&Ls and all. So that's the reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you can go. Cancel this and just try to refresh. Okay. I think we created one, right?
Yeah, we created one. Labs, something like labs. Maybe you can scroll down.
Scroll down. It's wait, it's not showing. And this is the problem with this one actually. There is a Chrome
System
applications.
unstable.
No, system is stable only. This is the like edge, right? Every time you refreshing options will not going to get it from this. If you go to the Chrome application directly, you can refresh it. But in Edge application, you'll get a problem. Earlier, no, we have a like user IDs and passwords and all. Now there is only the SCN application. Directly you can click on and it will log in.
Yeah, single sign-on.
So that is the problem. No show. It's taking some time. There is a one tile. It is not showing. Okay, no issue. There is a one tile will come. Okay, you can click and there you can switch the portfolio. Okay, so here it is showing you all reference, right? There is also called a switch to portfolio. But that switch to portfolio, the tile is not appearing. I don't know why. It should appear. See, now it is appearing over here, right? So once you're going to select, as you can see, it is option is giving you to delete. So if you want, you can delete it, but make sure that everything is should be archived, then you can delete. So if you posted any actual, then system will not allow you to delete. Also, if you done the any items or initiative you have created and you have not closed that item, then again system will not allow you to delete.
Understood.
So there is a one more options will come actually. The before there is a tile, there is called on a switch to portfolio, means whatever the portfolio you have created, right? By default, it will come to your user IDs only. So whenever you're going to log in, so whatever the portfolio you have created, everything will going to show you instead of showing you all those things.
Yeah.
Right. So click on this bucket. Okay, now click on the create. So it will ask you to create directly under portfolio or a parent manually or select manually. So currently whatever we try to create, it will be a direct under that portfolio only. So I'll try to keep it as my practice. Like every time I'll try to keep like my whatever my portfolio, the same will be like my first level of my bucket.
And what do you mean by parent select parent manually? So you're manually selecting a portfolio type
No, we are manually selecting that bucket.
bucket.
For suppose like if I created a one bucket, right? Maybe I created a one bucket. Just assume like one created a one bucket. Okay, if there is a more than one bucket,
Correct.
I need to select right. That's
Correct.
the reason.
Correct. Got it. Yeah, please continue.
So I'm trying to keep my bucket and my portfolio first level. This is my first level bucket. I'm keeping a save. Then you have to select this as an active. Okay. Once you enter, to try to save, system will not allow you to save. Why? Because of there are some mandatory fields. So it is showing me that field status is the mandatory, finish date is the mandatory. Okay, for that you need to come to here. Here you need to put this currency, as I said, right? So you need to select the whichever the currency which is going to work. So in our case, I'm going to consider United States dollars. Okay. So whatever the lower level buckets or lower level items or initiative, they might be any type of a currency. It will going to change based on the exchange rates. So this you can consider this is my controlling area currency.
Yeah, yeah. So you're giving controlling area currency.
Yeah, for this bucket. Because my reportings, everything reporting will be happen on the United States dollars only.
Multiple buckets could have multiple currencies.
Multiple currencies, correct. Under this might be I'm going to create a IT and real estate, right? So IT I'm going to keep it as an euros and real estate I'll keep it as an India.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, based on the currency conversion, we can have the report
Yes,
for the single currency as well. I mean, if I wanted to see
yes.
all the reporting values in USD,
Hmm.
whether it should be, actually in euro, it will be converted in USD by reporting.
Yes, correct. So
Okay,
it will
okay.
show you what is my this bucket currency as well as the conversion currency. Both it will going to show you.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the capacity units which we just I show you, right? So it can be a day wise, hourly wise, monthly wise, percent day wise, weekly wise. This we'll going to discuss later on again. Okay, so the basic configuration which we done. So mostly it is in a personal day wise or a monthly wise. Okay, so I'll put as in a percent day wise. Then financial breakdown. Either you can take it to the annual basis, bi-monthly basis, every 5 years, every 6 years, like that. So I'm considering this as an annual basis. Okay. Then what is my capacity unit breakdown? It is also annual basis. Okay. Then I'll consider this is my start date and maybe some, this is my end date. And this is a, just I'm trying to give you the demand start date as the same as my this one. Okay. So this is also keeping the same. So I'm just assuming till 33. Okay. I'm going to work on this portfolio as well as this bucket. If you wanted to extend this portfolio, you can also extend further.
Yeah.
These are tentative plans. Okay. Now system will allow you to do the same. Okay. So if you come to over here, system is showing you Labs Private Limited is my portfolio. Labs is my whatever the we created. Labs is my bucket. Can you able to see here portfolio and this is my bucket.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct. Then if you wanted to create a sub buckets under that, either you can go back and from that also you can come or directly come to this bucket, whatever the header level bucket, and you can click on this sub buckets. Okay. Then
Okay.
try to create a bucket. So if I try to create a bucket, as you can see, system is asking me create a directly under the portfolio or select manually. I'll select manually. So system is proposing me labs is a your header level bucket. If you have more than one bucket, you can select again. You will
Yeah.
get this
Now it
of an
makes sense. Yeah, correct.
and you can click on continue. Okay. Then I will say it is in a IT. Okay. Here I'll say it is in a lab IT. Okay. It should be inactive. Now, if you come to the financial year plannings, okay, as you can see by default, whatever the strategies you have given, automatically is copied. You have not changed anything. By default, it is coming. Why? Because of the parent level bucket is labs. Under that, I'm creating a labs IT. Correct.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
if you can change instead of that, maybe this IT organization I'm running into the European divisions or maybe Indian divisions, or maybe United States divisions. So currently I'm keeping this as a euros. My main level is in a United States dollars, US dollars, and here I'm keeping my currency as a euros. And if I want, I can change as daily basis or a monthly basis like that. So I'm just keeping as a 9 days only. And these my dates are the same. And I'm going to create a one more. I'll come to again. Oh, sorry. It will go into that labs one, so that will be getting wrong. So labs only, yeah. Now I need to create. If you just
So you have
refresh.
to create, you have to click on the buckets under which you want to create the sub bucket, no?
Yeah. So as you can see, one sub bucket I've already created, right? Here it will going to show you that IT one.
Yeah, yeah.
Create. Again, you can click on the create. Select manually. It will give you labs only. Why? Because of I'm creating from that only. But if you want to do the changes, you can also do the changes. But this is my header level. And these are the lower level.
Correct.
It's taking too much of time. Okay, so I'll click on continue. And here I say okay. And if I come to here, it will give me the again United States. Here I'm going to change as a Indian rupees. So whatever the projects I'm going to work, everything will be converted as an Indian rupees first. Then it will convert it as a United States dollars. So when you run the report against this bucket level, it will convert as the Indian rupees. Then when you click onto the header level, your labs, okay, it will show you a United States dollars conversion with reference to whatever the conversion you go into exchange rates.
Correct.
You can close this and try to just refresh. Okay. And refresh. So here you will get like this. But if you can click on this bucket structure, so what it will show you first, it labs is my header level. Then it will show you IT and real estate. There are two different buckets which I created, and these are the their IDs. At any point of time, if you want, you can change it. Okay, who done this, who created, it will going to show you. Okay, and what is their financial current plannings like. So that is it will going to show you. Currently, we are not done any reviews and we doesn't have any projects, so it will show you 0. If you created any reviews, quarterly, half yearly, monthly, daily basis, so not daily basis, monthly basis and all, it will also show you what is the review status, whether you are done or not. And if you have some other projects which has been linked, it will going to show you that. Again, further, you can just click on these settings. Okay, whichever the whichever the things is you might require or you might not require, you can add or remove from this. You can see there are multiple things like your status relevant, okay, your review relevant, your item relevant, or your parent name relevant, or initiative relevant, or currency relevant. These are the standard which is provided by the SAP. Apart from that, you can also add some of the extra KPIs over here as per the your
So
business
what
requirement.
what do you explain about these reviews? What exactly
Reviews means every as I said, like for suppose like you are the project manager or the portfolio manager. Okay, under you might be some of the projects is working. Say like 5 or 6 projects is working. every quarterly or half yearly you need to do the review, right? Review management.
Yeah.
So that review, it will going to show you over here whether you done the reviews or not. If you done the review, what is the status of those reviews? And if you click on those reviews, it will take you there. So based on the scheduling, based on your cost plan, based on the actuals, okay, whatever the financial actuals you're getting, whatever the budget status, like that, based on the statuses wise, you can do the your reviews, and you can give the your review management and some financial values. If you want, you can also do the some sort of changes on that. That is a kind of an what if analysis. Like you and me are the two project managers. Okay, I have given you some projected values. Okay, based on that, the senior management will do the review. But you are also the project manager. Okay, instead of changing my financial reviews, you are creating your own against to the same project only. System will give you that. If the business will say, okay, my whatever the I have submitted my plannings, it is incorrect, and whatever you have submitted, that is the correct. So that project will be considered as an operational project, and my project will get cancelled.
Yeah. So for these reviews to be appear here, uh, are we going to, execute any transaction or, any activities we are doing? Or are we
Yeah,
going to, deep down in this topic later?
no, that will going to later on. That is not yet come.
Yeah.
Because that is the based on lot of things like your scheduling statuses, your financial plannings, as well as the actual postings. Okay, then your budget relevant activities, you need to do the budgetings over here. Based on that also you do the review managements, scheduling managements,
That's
what are
fine.
the risk.
Yeah. If you're
Yeah,
going to deep down later, then yeah, we'll see to it.
yeah, we'll do that. No need
Yeah.
to worry. So as you can see here, some 7 KPIs it is showing you. Apart from that, if you wanted to add some more thing, you can add from here, or if you do not want, then you can hide from here. Okay, these are the standard which is provided with the SAP, but there are some other configuration which we need to do, and some financial point of view also, that also we can add it over here. Okay, so here it is going some financial breakdowns so that you can add. I think this is going to display the columns. Yeah, just come to over here. Yeah, as you can see, this is my parent labs initiatives. I don't have any initiative. This is my currency, and here is the financial breakdowns also. So this is the annual basis which we are doing. So apart from that, if you need some values to be displayed, that is also possible. So we can add those values. Like what is my projected values based on your matrix configuration that we need to do later on. So once you do those configurations, so those KPIs also we can add over here.
Yeah.
Any
Okay.
doubt for today's sessions?
No, we are good.
Okay, so morning you are available for tomorrow class, or what is your plans?
No, I'm okay with the morning class appointment. At what time we can start?
7 a.m. for the Fridays.
Yeah, no, we can join.
Okay, and Monday I hope you are not available, right? So Monday we're going to continue on the same time like 8 p.m.
Correct.
and rest of other days we're going to continue on the morning 7 a.m.
Yeah, no problem. So morning 7 a.m. you're saying, no?
7 to 8, is it okay for you, right?
Yeah. I mean, 1 hour is okay, na, for you?
Yeah,
Because
1
we will
hour,
be
1
having
hour,
hard
15
stop then,
minutes,
no?
something. Yeah, 7 to 8:15 till I can work out. After that, if there is something, then 15 minutes we can take a break, and I'll drop him and I'll come back.
Hmm. Okay, that will do. No problem.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Then we are concluding today's sessions. So
Yeah.
tomorrow we'll continue again.
So if you're by any chance you're speaking with these guys, no, just tell
Yeah,
them about my
I'll
SAP.
ask them to
Yeah.
give the access.
Right. Even I'm also checking with them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank
Hmm.
you. Thanks for
Yep.
the session.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.